Hello, I'm just getting my microphone set up. I'll be right with you. Oh, Teddy wants to say hi already. Okay, let me get my microphone. If you don't mind just letting me know if you can hear me, that would be great. Oh, I guess I don't have YouTube on here. Okay, so welcome. I know we have a few people in here. I'm Jennifer, and that doggy right there is Teddy. And we're just doing a little live stream here to celebrate our 1,000 subscribers. We have a little bit more than that right now, and that's really exciting. It's, hello, I see a lot of you saying hi. So I am going to, let's see, get this on. I can't read comments right now. I can see comments popping up, but my iPad just wasn't turned on, so I'm just gonna wait here for just a moment and then I'll say hello to all of you. I see some congratulations. Yeah, I see several of you in there. My iPad for some reason is acting a little funny. Let's see if I can log on a different way. I'm actually at home because the last time I did a live stream, I was on location camping and I lost my internet signal and that was so sad. My iPad's just going a little slow though. It's not loading quickly, but at least you guys can see me. So we're just going to talk a little bit here about, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody, whether you just watch my videos or you like my videos, you subscribe. I really appreciate it a lot. The internet here was supposed to be faster. I don't know what's going on. It's always something, huh? Yeah, for some reason YouTube was, I think I offloaded it from my iPad because when I go to edit, oh, this stove, the solo stove? Yeah, this is the solo stove, which I actually brought out here just in case I got cold. If it gets cold, I don't think it's gonna get cold though. Let me see. Let me see if at least the weather app works. Right here where I live in sunny Southern California, it is 82 degrees right here. It is gonna get cooler, but it's kind of humid for us at least. Well, it's 53%, it's not too bad. Yeah, I gave Teddy the option of sitting inside with the air conditioning, but he wants to stay out here with us. So that's a good boy. Yeah, YouTube is just taking a long time to load for some reason. It says my connection was lost. I don't know what's going on with my, I don't know what's going on here. It's always glitches like that. Of course, I have it horizontal so I can see your little conversations pop up. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll just scroll here. Okay, Stealth Camp Sweethearts, hello. 210 Outdoors, Dina, hello. We have Mac Movement, we have High Plains Camper, Tori, Keith, let's see. Yeah, we have several of you. Mike, from Mike's Adventure Sparks, hello. Yeah, warm and muggy today, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, High Plains Camper, thank you so much. I was just gonna say, oh, Shy Guy Adventures is here. I might have missed some of the beginning because it's only showing me a few, starting with the Stealth Camp Sweethearts. But hello, I see a lot of my friends here, which is great. Come on, okay. If I can get my iPad going, I could read this much. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I'm not expecting money. And I apologize. I'm not sure if ads are showing up on this live stream or not. I'm not sure I was going to try to turn off the ads so it didn't bug people, but I was having some issues trying to figure that out too. Let me just get the comments up here, and that way I can answer any of your questions that you have. Okay, open my live. There we go. And if you happen to be here, let's turn down the volume. Okay, you don't need to hear it twice. Okay. All right, there we go. Now I can see everybody. Yes, hello. Hi, everybody. And you're even saying hi to Teddy. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Keith, you said you hit 808 subscribers. That's really good. I was just there maybe a month or two ago, so you're almost there. Thank you, Dina, for sending the sparkles. That is so cool. Thank you. Thanks again, High Plains Camper and Mike's Adventure Sparks for sending a little bit of money in. If you guys send about, a few bucks, I'm more than happy to send you stickers too. So we can contact each other outside of this. And if you've done it before, I know some of you have donated money and I haven't sent you stickers. So let me know if you're interested. Let's see. I'm going to add 210 Outdoors as a moderator too. Hello, Hala. I didn't see you on there. Good to see you. Some of you guys, let's see. A lot of you have channels. So if you happen to have a channel and you want to just put a little blurb about what your channel's about, so everyone else, you probably already know most of the people in here. It's all great people. But if you have a lot of camping channels and then a couple other types of channels, so yeah, go ahead and mention your channel, and I don't mind you advertising in here. Thank you. I just got some chili from Mike. Thank you. And a floating heart. And Shy Guy sent me a W. That's cool. Thank you so much. And 210 Outdoors sent me a coin. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay, Shy Guy, I hope you figured out your issue with your computer. Let's see if there's anything else. If I missed a question, just repeat it and I'll take a look at it. But I apologize, at the beginning, I wasn't sure. For some reason, I couldn't get my iPad going, and so I couldn't read the comments. Yeah, Shy Guy goes camping. A lot of you do go camping. It's a lot of camping channels. And a lot of you have channels that are kind of similar to mine. You're taking someone somewhere, and we're all in different locations. Like some of you guys are off on the East Coast. We have the South. We have Pacific Northwest. And, I'm down here in Southern California, so we try to show each other, different places. Some of us camp with dogs. Some of us camp in tents. There's all different types of camping. Yeah, Tori camps in the Pacific Northwest, and she's mostly doing tent camping, and she's doing some dispersed camping, which is kind of cool to see. And Mike, you're in your truck camper, correct? And then I know High Plains Camper has a van and a truck camper, so he's got a variety of vehicles to camp in. Hey, Northwoods Adventures, good to see you. Yes, I'm doing well. Good to see you. And yeah, we're just here to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully it's just my first 1,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping it goes up a little bit. Yeah, we have, for those of us that have channels, if we get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, then we start to make a little bit of money from the advertisements that you watch. Or if you have YouTube Premium, we get a little bit of money from that too. I actually have YouTube Premium, so I have that because I turn on dog TV for Teddy if I'm not home. So he gets he gets that with no commercials. There's probably a cheaper way to do it, but I just figured out that YouTube Premium has another option called YouTube Premium Lite, and I just switched to that. And that one, the videos still have no commercials, but you'll see commercials and shorts, and I believe if you play music. And I don't mind that, because I mostly watch, I watch full-length videos. Okay, cool. Tori gave her little, link there, so if you haven't, let's see. Well, there are a bunch of you. It might be too many for me to list, but if you haven't heard of any of these other friends here, you might want to check out their channels. There's a lot of you here. Let's see. Tori wishes she had a truck camper. You know what? I actually do too. I would love to have multiple vehicles. I love my minivan, but it does have some limitations. I know trucks have higher clearance and can sometimes carry more things, you know, and you've got that. The back of it can carry heavier things, I think, a little bit heavier. Hello, Chrissy. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, she says, congrats, well deserved. You've worked really hard. I have actually I do work really hard on them, probably overworking, because I sometimes have issues with my iPad not having enough memory, and I'm gonna probably have to upgrade it soon. And, and I just take a while to edit, but I'm trying to, I'm trying to give you videos that aren't completely boring to watch. I'm trying to cut to the point and not make you, sit there with me and, watch me do every little thing. I know some of you have seen my first video recently, and when I go back and watch that, and I see that there are times when obviously I didn't have a microphone. You can't hear me talking. There are times when I'm trying to set something up, and you're just waiting and you're not sure what I'm doing. And I don't tell you what I'm doing, and it takes me a while to set it up. And there's a tent setup where I thought I was on camera and I was completely off camera. So I feel like I've learned since then. Sometimes I feel like maybe I'm talking a little too much in my videos, because when I go to edit, there's just, there's quiet parts, but there's a lot of talking. So I'm trying to find the happy balance between talking and no talking. And then, when if I have friends or family with me and they're talking, sometimes I'll have to cut out all of the real sound and put music in, because I don't want their private conversations showing up in my videos and stuff like that. So there's a lot to edit. Let's see, what else have you guys said? Yeah, Mike has found the members stickers. I have some stickers in my membership. If nobody's required to join my membership, it just has a couple little extra videos of things, a couple of videos, like just extra stuff, like stuff that doesn't make it into my full videos. But I do put all my best content goes into my full videos. Let's see. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm not sure if I thanked 210 Outdoors for the 10 jewels. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Anybody new? Okay, I'm a little behind here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I figured maybe not being at a campground and not making an actual campfire would help me keep up. Let's see. Okay, 210 Outdoors, you have a Tundra to set up for camping. Those are nice trucks. That will be really cool. Yeah, Mike says we all do that. It's part of learning. Exactly. Like, you have to make mistakes first before you can fix them. And I'm not a professional at all. I'm just learning as I go along. I learn a lot from watching a lot of your channels too, because I'll see things and go like, oh my goodness, like they just cut from there to there. Like maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should edit differently, or maybe I should, one thing I noticed I need to do is take more video of like the scenery, the nature, and not just the campground. I think because I have Teddy with me, I'm really hyper-focused on the campground, but I want to get out and do more, taking video of sunsets and the beach or the mountains. Mike says, I hate it when I forget to push record. I should put that in my bloopers. There are a lot of times where I'll see a video where I'm going like, I wasn't recording. I pressed record and I think I'm ending the video, but I'm actually starting it. Really frustrating. Yeah, 210, just be yourself. Exactly. I don't have a script. I just go on my camping trips. I just show up there, set up the camera, and I just see what happens. Nothing is scripted. So yeah, I'm just trying to be myself, show you my authentic time. A lot of it is focused on me being frustrated or, Teddy jumping up and down. But that's literally what my camping trips are. Let's see here. Okay, Chrissy says I have a good balance. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Tori says we all have those moments in our early videos. I actually don't know if I've seen your early videos. I'll have to check and see. Oh, Christmas baby's here. Good evening, Jay and Teddy. Congratulations on 1K. Well, good to see you here. Teddy's here, but he's on the ground. He's eating a stick. I should have brought his chew toy out here. I may have to run inside and get him a chew toy. Tony says, how come you've never head further south for camping, like in the San Diego area? I've seen some folks camping in Santee Lakes, though I think it's a little pricey. I think the farthest south I've done is the Anza Borrego Desert. I haven't really done the San Diego beaches yet, but they're in the works. They're in the works. I'm just trying to pace myself and not, not book too much ahead of time. So I may have something booked in that area already in the future. Hollis said, I hate when I think I'm recording only to find out I was in photo mode and took a picture. Yes, done that too. Shy Guy says, if anyone wants to run my playlist to help me with watch hours, would be much appreciated. Shy Guy recently hit 1,000 subscribers as well, and he's just a little short. He's a little short of the 4,000 watch hours to get paid from the commercials. So if you happen to, have time to run a playlist, that would be a great channel to watch. And his, he does little to no talking, so it's a good one to run just in the background. I sometimes run his playlist if I'm just doing housework or something. It's nice visuals on my TV while I'm cleaning the house. Stealth Camp Sweethearts, we have done that so many times. Yeah, Stealth Camp Sweethearts had a video just come out on Monday that you should check out. They are stealth campers. It's a married couple, and it's hilarious. They are integrating little funny skits into their videos, and I love seeing how you guys are evolving, like adding little things and trying new things, and it's just great to see channels growing. Okay, let's see. Oh, a lot of people are watching Shy Guy. That's very cool. Okay, Mike said I find people love it if you put bloopers at the end. I did have a few people request that. I'd tried it before, but I wasn't sure what people were thinking, and sometimes my bloopers are almost embarrassing to me. Like in my last video, I was trying to get the stove connected to the isobutane tank, and I was just spinning and spinning, and it was just going crooked. And you see me, I'm just spinning and spinning, and I think because, I don't know, I was tired, I was just standing there looking silly spinning it for a while. But of course in the real video, all that you see is me just turning it a couple times, and then, the stove is attached. Let's see. David, hi Jay. Hello David, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Chrissy has watched all of Tori and Oregon's videos. That's good. Let's see. High Plains is gonna watch Shy Guy as well. Yeah, sometimes if we know there's a friend of ours that like needs a few more watch hours to get to a certain goal, then we will we'll watch them. Yeah, he let me know that yesterday that he was a little short, and so I played his video on, I have an iPad, I got my phone, and then I had my work computer at home too, so I just had them running so that, I'm watching them too. I'm not cheating and just like playing someone's playlist and not watching, but I have it on and I'm in the room. Northwoods Adventure says, I've learned to enjoy editing. It's tough cutting out content. I usually record way too much stuff, LOL. Yes, I think my longest, when I threw everything into my editing program, when I went to Table Mountain, I had over 3 hours of content. And that's why that one ended up being 30 minutes, because I was just having a hard time cutting it down. And yeah, I do film too much, but I do like having that film because sometimes things happen. Like I'll have a great scene, and then all of a sudden, if I have a friend with me, they'll blurt out something that I just know I can't put in my video. But okay, sorry, there's people downstairs and Teddy's watching. Okay, I just want to make sure they weren't looking for me. I'm in an upstairs condo, so I have a private area here, but sometimes people will walk by. They're looking at me like, what are you doing? So yeah, when I edit, I do actually enjoy the editing, and I like having the extra content available so that I can, in case I need to borrow sound from a different clip, or something like that, that's always helpful. Let's see here. Stealth Camp, you have the watch hours, just not the subs yet. That's where I was at. For the longest time, I had the watch hours. I hit 3,000 watch hours before I had 500 subscribers, and then I hit 4,000 watch hours soon after that. It took me a really long time to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I missed out when I had that one video, the Leo Carrillo video that hit 12,000 views. I totally missed out on any money that I could have made on that. I mean, it still gets views, but I missed out on the big money. And also in my San Onofre video, when it was at its peak. I missed out on that too, but that's okay. I'm still making a few dollars here and there, and it helps a lot because I know, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you that create, you're in the same situation where I am, where you are spending, you're putting more money into this than you're making, and you're doing it because you love what you're doing. You love, you know, either you're creating, you're camping, whatever it is that your channel is, you love it. So you're doing it, but we have to buy stuff. We have to pay for gas. You know, some people I know are trying to squeeze it in, like on a work day, on a work night, they're trying to squeeze it in. You know, there's expenses, you know, so it's nice to have a little bit of cash come in just to kind of offset the expenses. Let's see. Tori loves the skits. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Stealth Camp Sweethearts. They are crazy, but they have fun, and that's what I love about it. They have, you know, they put their own personality into it, and I find that everyone kind of has a different personality. It's a different vibe, and so I mean, you know, I can't recommend my friends' channels enough. That everyone's got, you've got great content, which is really good. Let's see here. Yeah, Ashley is going to have a 1K celebration live stream too. I don't think you guys have had a live stream yet. Ashley, have you? I don't think so. Oh, you plan on it. Good. Tori is short on watch hours. She keeps losing hours from last year. So you have to have 4,000 watch hours within the last 365 days. So if you've been a channel longer than a year, which I have, your earlier videos, those watch hours start to fall off, and you need to just constantly keep getting watch hours. It's a little stressful. I think this is a new one. Shy Guy sent me a gold coin for 10 jewels. Thank you so much. Let's see. Dina says I try to watch playlists in the background too. Why not help out your favorite YouTubers or get to know a new one? And Dina, we've chatted before that we watch a lot of the same. I'm also a theme park enthusiast. I watch a lot of theme park channels, and so I try, especially if it's a channel I really like, and it's like, okay, I don't have the time to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna watch as much as I can, and then I've got to go take a shower. Let it finish running. You know, I've got to do something. Just let the video finish running so that they get the time, and that way they get the credit for someone watching their whole video instead of, you know, if you turn on someone's video and you turn it off and after 5 seconds, YouTube thinks it's not a good video because you're not watching the whole thing. Yeah, it's hard to get people to subscribe. That it is. Some of you have better luck with getting subscribers, and some of us have better luck getting hours. And I don't know, you know, it's just it's a thing. We have to work at it, but you know, everyone's putting a lot of time into it, and you know, we're trying to help each other out. If you happen to have a channel and you're on Instagram, I have an Instagram too, and I try to promote. If you post a story, if you post an Instagram story promoting your video, I'll reshare that as long as I catch it. So yeah, it's always a hard thing to do. Shy Guy's trying to break 2,000 views on a video. Yeah, some of my videos never hit 1,000, and then I had a couple that made it really big, and you just don't know what's going to make the algorithm pick it up. But I hope you get one soon, Shy Guy. You're definitely due for a big hit. So Tori said only a few of her first videos have broke the 2K mark. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I had a couple that did and a lot that didn't, and I don't know. I don't know what, you know, what makes the algorithm go, because like I was getting really great views for a while but not getting subscribers. And you know, and I don't know, it's funny, YouTube kind of you know, it's hard to read YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, Dina, after 365 years you can lose your old watch hours, but hopefully you're getting enough new ones to keep up. And from what I understand, if you go a little bit below, they won't take your status away. Like I'm at over I'm a bit over 4,000 watch hours right now, so I'm not too worried about it. But when I first hit 4,000, I was worried that, you know, if I went back and hit, you know, is at 3,999, they're going to take away my status, but they don't do that. Okay, High Plains Camper says, I want you to sub and support all of you here. Leave a message on my trailer video and I'll sub to you. Yes. Go to, if you do want to subscribe to any new channels that you see on here, make sure you go to their channel and actually watch something, because if you just go there and hit subscribe and you never come back and watch anything, YouTube will usually remove the subscription because it thinks that you might be a bot or an accidental subscription. So make sure you watch something and comment on it. I think it helps to watch, you know, maybe watch like one of the long form videos if possible, and then write a comment, and then usually that subscription will stick. Let's see. Shy Guy says, I can't type, by the way. What happened? Okay. Dina says, we watch a lot of channels. People work hard for their content. Yeah, and I didn't realize this until I made my own channel, how hard people work and how little they make if they are monetized. I didn't realize that. It's a labor of love. You have to love what you're doing. And people can tell if you don't love what you're doing, if you're kind of just trying to make a channel to get views, but your heart's not in it, because after a while you watch that channel and you start to get bored because you realize the person's just not into it. And you know, a lot of what YouTube is, it's connecting with the creators. You know, you want to connect with the content creator. Sorry, Teddy sees a dog. I have a little gate up here for him, but I don't have him on leash. That's the big dog. Okay, that's a big dog. Let's hold Teddy for a little bit. He got really excited. There's a big golden doodle walking around downstairs, and you know, Teddy gets very excited to see that one. Okay. Shy Guy says, that reminds me of a quote, if life came easy, what would be the point? That is so true. If this was easy, I think I'd get bored, you know, maybe get bored after a while if I didn't have certain goals I needed to meet. So yeah, definitely not easy. Teddy, what is it? Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll let him go down here, but I'm gonna put his leash on him. We have a little gate, but if you've seen my videos, you know how high he can jump. Okay, I don't see anyone down there. Okay. Teddy, everyone's saying hi to you. Everyone's saying hi to you. Come here, little guy. Come here, come here. Everyone's saying hi to you. Okay. Yeah, Dina says, always give a like and a comment. Engagement is key. You guys can like this live stream as well. I'm not sure. I can't tell. I don't think I have as many likes as I have viewers, so go ahead and like the, give a thumbs up on this if you don't mind. David828 says, does everyone tent camp here or vehicle camp here? We have a variety. We have tent campers, different types of vehicle campers. We have hammock campers, stealth campers that are, you know, possibly sometimes on the ground. You know, there's a variety of types of camping. Let's see. Walk with Mom says, I aspire to talk on video like Shy Guy. Okay, yeah, you're also a video, you're a channel that doesn't do talking and you're mostly showing us nature and letting us listen to the sounds of nature. So I know Shy Guy has been trying to integrate some narration in some of his videos, which is cool. You know, that's something that you kind of have to do with YouTube. It's kind of fun to try different things, try different ways of filming or different, you know, try different things out and see what people like, and you can ask them too. Just like, you know, when I started adding bloopers back in because I realized people wanted to see it. Thank you for all of the different comments for Teddy. Much appreciated. I'm going to give him his water. I just realized it's up here. Give him his water. And I brought him some treats. Keep him busy. Here's a little chew bone. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, hello. So Teddy's famous for knocking over tripods. Okay. All right, I'm gonna keep it a little closer to me here, Teddy. Okay, that was my mistake. I did put his leash on him so I could hold on to him, but then I realized now he's walking around with a leash on. Okay. Okay. So 210 Outdoors, both and hammocks. Yeah, I've seen a lot of you do hammock camping. I would love to try that, but the campgrounds I go to don't always have enough trees. And the ones that do sometimes say that they don't allow hammock camping. So I may get one at some point. I might want just to try, just an inexpensive one to try, and try to see if I can book a campsite where I've seen people do hammock camping. Yes, that was a blooper. That would have been a good blooper. Let's see. Yeah, Stealth Camp Sweethearts does tent and hammock camping. And you guys have gotten good at the hammock camping and putting up the tarps and all that. That's pretty cool. I'm a little bit worried that the first time I do hammock camping, I'm not going to secure the hammock very well. But I guess that would make for funny video, right? Shy Guy says, I do more tent camping, David, but have car camped. David says, Tori in Oregon, rooftop or ground tent? Yes. Dina says, Daddy's a popular guy, for sure. Tori's on the ground. Chrissy says she's car camping this fall. She's recovering from surgery at the moment. She can't wait. She likes to watch videos. Yes, thank you. I've heard a lot of people say that they've been inspired by some of my videos. I'm a pretty new camper. Teddy. Okay. If you watch my first video, the one where I'm at O'Neill Park with my other dog Flynn, that was actually only my second time solo camping. And I have to admit, I've never totally solo camped. I've either had a dog or a friend. Yes, he sounds like a turkey. He makes funny noises when he's excited. There's a patch of grass down at the bottom of my stairs that Teddy thinks is his. And other dogs sometimes use it. He's getting a little upset. Teddy. I'm gonna have to put you inside for a little bit. Are you getting warm? Okay. Yeah, so Chrissy, I hope your recovery goes well. And it is nice sometimes to watch videos when you're not feeling great, and then you get ideas for what you want to do when you're feeling better. So that's good. You know, I don't always know what I'm doing either. So I think, you know, sometimes people like watching me just learn as I go along. I don't really, you know, it's not professional at all. I'm just going for fun. Oh, Walk with Mom, his name is Lee. Okay. Yeah, I was telling Walk with Mom before that I thought, when I first started watching his channel, I thought he was Mom. So I was like, oh, I like her channel. I like Mom's channel. I thought he was Mom. But no, he records videos of walks for his mom who can't join him on the walk. So that way she gets to go along with him, and he lets us go along with him as well. Shy Guy has backpack camped. Okay, Daddy, are you gonna be okay? All right, I might have to put him inside, which is gonna make him really sad. We'll probably still hear him from inside, but I might put him inside just for a little bit to give him a break. Let's see. So, Chrissy, you said, I'm not opposed to tent camping. Did you say do you camp in a car? Let's see. Yeah, Shy Guy has backpack camped. I've never done that before. I bring way too much stuff. I'd like to try it sometime, but I'd really have to get rid of a lot of things. David has started his overland build. Oh, you overland. Very cool. I have a friend who does that. He already has 20 nights in his rooftop tent. That is cool. I went to an overland expo and I saw all the setups there, and it's just really, really amazing. Your biggest con is changing clothes in the rooftop tent. Yeah, the way the rooftop tents are angled, if you have one that's kind of like a triangular one, there isn't a lot of headroom. To be honest, it's not that easy in a minivan either. Let's see, Shy Guy Adventure says, people tell me they like my voice. Let's see. Okay, yeah, well, you do have a good voice for video, so I would say go ahead and talk. I don't have a great voice, and I'm still talking. David, 210 Outdoors says, David, you get a privacy tent. Yeah, I actually would like to do that. If I didn't have so much gear for Teddy, I would do a privacy tent for changing in a shower. Lori, hello. Lori says, hi, Teddy. Hello back. Cindy B says she's always loved tent camping, and her son just purchased a small travel trailer. That is cool. I would love to have a teardrop or a similar little trailer, but I already have enough trouble backing up an old minivan that doesn't have a reverse camera. I cannot imagine trying to back up a trailer. I've watched people do it before. In fact, I've waited for people like going back and forth trying to back up their trailers. So I just don't, I think it would be, yeah, it'd be a little bit frustrating for me to park. But when I see what people do inside their trailers, like the way they set them up and having just like a nice full bed, that looks really nice. Okay. Oh, Dina says she's a glamper girl and learning from all of you. Yeah, glamping is also lots of fun. I know Dina does a lot of travel. She does, I believe you do some what do you call it, cruises as well. So there's all different ways of traveling, and it's all valid. No, nothing is right or wrong. I'm fortunate that I like all different types of travel. Like, I wouldn't say no to staying in, like, a five-star hotel. Um, I do want to try backpacking, so I'm open to trying all different types of travel. So let's see, Christmas baby, I'm camping in my Civic 2 weeks up the Oregon coast to Washington. We'll be staying in Washington in my car for 5 days at a festival. 2 nights will be spent up the coast before I get to Washington. That sounds amazing. Wow. And people think, Honda Civic, that doesn't sound that big, but my second car is a Honda Accord, and I've looked at variations on camping in there, and it's definitely doable. Also, it's way easier to park, and something like a Civic is going to get her great gas mileage. Shy Guy says, I'm a rough it camper, comfort. Okay, roughing it and comfort. Yeah, you can do like a hybrid of that. That's pretty much what I do. 210 asked Jay, do you have a receiver hitch on your van? I do not. My Honda actually has a small hitch on it just for a bike rack, and I elected not to put a hitch on the minivan because it's 20 years old. I don't really want to tow anything with it, and I don't want something blocking me from the back door because I unload stuff out there, and then that's where I climb in at nighttime. That's how I get into the van. I don't really want something there in the way, so I decided not to get a hitch on it. Shy Guy needs a new job? Okay, good to know. He's in the upstate New York area, if you know of any good jobs up there. Camo Kelly, hello Jen and Teddy, hello, good to see you. David was thinking of buying an annex for the rooftop tent. Wow, I didn't know they had annexes for those. Is it also upstairs? Still Camp Sweethearts has fallen many times in the hammock, but still loves it. Let's see, Camo Cali, tent camps, car camps, roof, yeah, all different types of camping. I've seen some of your social media posts. Thank you, High Plains Camper. I see the gift. Thank you so much. Sorry I'm so slow at reading this. I'm gonna go a little faster here. Yeah, Northwoods Adventure sometimes just really roughs it. I've never tried that. I don't think I would like that. Like, I want something covering me for sure. Cindy says, do you find it easy to book campsites? I'm in Southern California, and some places seem impossible. Okay, here's the tip. Certain campsites, I have to book exactly when they go on sale. 6 months early, I have to get online at 7 or 8 a.m., whatever time they're released. Excuse me for a second. Sorry, it's hot outside. Goodness, I'm spilling my drink. Okay, I'm getting all kinds of bloopers from this. From a live stream, I'm getting bloopers. Okay. Some of you guys, like Shy Guy, you're smart not to put yourself on camera live. Yeah, some of the campsites, like Beachfront at Doheny, I have to get online 6 months in advance. Sometimes you can get cancellations if you just keep watching the website. For California state parks, it's Reserve California. Sometimes you can find like one night on a weeknight or something like that. But for a lot of my beach campsites, I book well in advance. Some of them you can find. Like, just recently, I camped. My last live stream was at San Clemente State Beach, and I haven't posted that video yet. I'm way behind on posting, but I haven't posted that one yet. But that one I got a last minute campsite. Where else have I gotten a last minute campsite recently? San Onofre Bluffs. That one was kind of last minute. And by last minute, I don't mean like the day of, but it was about a week before. I think somebody must have canceled. Okay. David says a diesel heater is a must. Yes, for cold temperature camping. Yeah, I just have a really good sleeping bag. I have a little butane heater that I don't really feel comfortable running in the minivan, so I just try to get warm and get inside my sleeping bag, or I try not to book campsites that are too cold. Shy Guy has cowboy camped in an abandoned structure. That's cool. Let's see. Oh, Shy Guy says, hit that thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. I'm doing the Macarena at 50 likes. Ooh. See if I remember it. Oh, okay. I'll have to remember it. Okay, Shy Guy sent a star. Thank you. Aaron, hello. Aaron, the carnivorish guy. I look forward to the day when I can buy a small camper and just travel. That would be nice, just to be, be retired or somehow independently wealthy, or have your YouTube channel take off enough so that you can, just not work. That would be nice. And thanks again. Snacks for Teddy, $2. Teddy, you're gonna get snacks. Did you hear that? Teddy, you're gonna get snacks. Do you want to say thank you to High Plains Camper? Come here, honey. You gotta say thank you. This is specifically snacks for you. He does thank you very much. Okay. Uh, yeah, Aaron. Yeah, poop hit the fan. A lot of, you know what? Life is hard, I have to tell you. There's just things. There's rough things, and I don't want to go into like complete details, but we've all hit a lot of things, and some people more so than others. So I'm sorry, sorry that happened to you, but hopefully you can get back. When things get back to normal, you can get back into the swing of things and get out there and camp. My camping was really delayed as well. I only camped once as a kid, and then I went with some friends to Yosemite in 2011 just for one trip, and I didn't have any gear of my own, and I borrowed gear, and we were in Tuolumne Meadows, and it was in the 40s at night, and I had probably what was an indoor sleeping bag, and our air mattress, the air mattress completely ran out of, deflated, so I was sleeping on the ground, and I was freezing, and all of that seemed wrong, but I did still have an amazing time, so went and had to start shopping for my own gear, and I've just been collecting over the years. Still didn't do a whole lot of camping, it was just occasional camping. And then when I got my dog Flynn, I realized he loved camping. So we did just a handful of trips. Then I had an older dog that hated camping, and so I didn't go at all for a while. And then, when she passed, I started taking Flynn camping again. And then he passed, and I got a new doggy, Teddy. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, sometimes things are rough, and that's not the only rough stuff I've been through. But that's just a little, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get going, but you just kind of have to get out there when you can. If you can get out there and camp, or if it's not camping, if it's something else, if there's something you've been wanting to do, try to get out there and do it. I'm realizing that life is short. You want to get out there and do the things you love. Chrissy would love good recommendations for good sleeping pads and foam or a good sleep system. What I'm using right now is my 4-inch foam pad. It's a trifold pad from Amazon, and I usually put the link to that in my descriptions. And if for some reason my links ever don't work, because I don't know if they expire after a while, let me know and I can put new links there. And then I have a 10-degree sleeping bag from REI that's I bought in 2011 after I had that freezing cold Yosemite trip. But they don't sell that exact one anymore. But there are other ones. There's a 0-degree sleeping bag that's not a mummy bag. It's a rectangular one that I bought for my mom, and she really likes it. I forgot the brand. I'll have to look that up. Shy Guy feels blessed that he can just go to a forest and camp whenever. That's great. Yeah, I was thinking too, I feel fortunate that even in the heat of the summer, I do have places I can go here to camp. I'm mostly just looking at beaches and mountains right now, but yeah, there's places to camp even when it's hot out here. So High Plains Camper likes the Thermarest, but it's pricey. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't get that one. Plus, after I had that issue with the air mattress, I kind of just wanted a mattress that didn't deflate. However, my trifold mattress takes up a lot of space. It's huge, but it feels like a mattress to me. I like it. Let's see. Dina loves beach camping. Cool. I do too, and I have a lot of videos of that. Tony says, I can't go camping alone in the middle of nowhere. I'm too afraid of ghosts and Bigfoot. Yeah, I can see that. It's scary out in the middle of nowhere when it gets really dark. I tend to camp at campsites for that reason. I like to have some light. I like to have some people around. Let's see. So Shy Guy recommended another mattress. Yeah. Oh, still, Aaron still travels amusement parks mainly. Amusement parks are great. I also, being in Southern California, we have all of them here, so I do take advantage of that as well. Shy Guy's first camping was in 2020. He was inspired by Steve Wallace. That is cool. A lot of us found Steve Wallace's stealth camping videos before we even started our channels. I know I did. I was watching him for a while, even before I thought I was going to ever do camping channels. And he's got some great videos. Ronnie's late. No, you're not. You're on time. We waited for you. Okay, we can start now because Ronnie in Tennessee is here. Let's see. Oh, Aaron said taking the kids camping with no electronics for 2 days. You would have thought that the world had ended. Yeah, it's hard. Even for me, sometimes when I have no internet service, it's kind of hard. But I also try to take advantage of it and just, enjoy the outdoors. And, I'm still using electronics because I'm filming, but I just can't, I'm not getting new information. It's actually kind of a nice thing. Let's see. Shy Guy says, I like my Jackery. I wish I had a bigger unit. I have I think it's a 1000 or something. It's pretty good. But I don't do, I do really short trips, so I don't need a lot of electricity. Oh, I'm getting caught up here. Chrissy's in the deep, deep south. It is hot, hot, hot. Wow, how hot is it there, Chrissy? I was actually just in Arizona last week and spent a little bit of time in Phoenix. And I don't know, it was over 110. It was at least 112. I don't know. It was something crazy. Yeah, it was too hot. I couldn't do it. It was, and then I've got Teddy, who likes to go for walks every 2 hours, and we really had to limit that. I had to buy him little boots for his feet. That would have been cool to show you. I have little boots for his feet for the hot sidewalks that I got from my aunt and uncle because it belonged to their dog because they said it was a little bit too small for their dog. Yeah, yeah, that's and they're actually out camping right now, but they have there's mountains in Arizona. There's higher elevations in Arizona for people to still camp, which is good. Okay, Tori's gonna make dinner, and are you making dinner for all of us? Yeah, I don't know how long this is gonna run, but thanks for stopping by. And if you can't come back, no worries, but I hope you can. Let's see. Tori made some fried green tomatoes. That sounds delicious. I haven't had that in a long time. Ronnie used coconut flour. Okay. Yeah, coconut flour, I like it, but it does make things a little bit different. Yeah, Dina, 112 is hot. Yeah. 108 today, Chrissy. Yeah, that's really hot, especially if it's humid. The humidity really makes things worse. Shy Guy, 74 today. Really? Okay, why aren't you camping? My goodness, that's really good. Chrissy says no camping or hiking right now for me. David says little by little I started buying my camping gear. Yeah, you kind of just gradually buy it, a little bit here and there. Look for deals. I used to buy stuff from REI, but it was getting really expensive, so I started looking at Amazon. And then some of my stuff was gifted to me, like by friends who said, "Oh, you camp here, you can take this." Someone gave me the tent that I sometimes use when I'm camping with my mom. That one was free. I've been using it for several years and I really like it. It just doesn't, it takes a long time to set up. So I really want a pop-up tent one of these days. Oh, David has Starlink, very cool. I know that's nice to have, especially if you're out where there's no internet service for a long time, it's nice to have Starlink so you have the satellite internet. Ronnie says it's not Thanksgiving and we're not turkeys. Yeah, it sure feels like it though. It's an expensive hobby. Yes, especially the overlanding. I know there's a lot of great gear you guys have. 210 Outdoors says it's 87. You have a pool though, don't you? It'd be a good day to be in the swimming pool, huh? Okay, Camo Cali says we went camping in Marion Mountain in Idlewild this past weekend. It was so hot up there. Really? I was up in Idlewild a few weeks ago. I was at Stone Creek, and I haven't posted that one yet. It was kind of in between. It was starting to get hot. I got there just when they had started the campfire ban, because a lot of the campgrounds around here, they have campfire bans in the summertime because of the fire season. Shy Guy has hiked in 85-degree heat with humidity and Canadian wildfire smoke. Oh goodness, yeah, I'd be worried about the smoke for sure. I have a tendency smoke really bothers me. Yeah, even when I'm camping, the campfire makes me cough. Oh, he has to work, that's why he's not camping. David says it's 82 here in San Diego. That's good. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see. Shy Guy's aunt lives in San Diego. Yeah, I want to camp down there. I haven't really been down in San Diego proper camping, so I'd like to camp over there. It's beautiful, and there's some cities like, I know I was looking at the temperature for one of the coastal cities, and it's in the 70s. It's in the 70s there this week, which is nice. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm hoping that any of you that are, in the path of the smoke are doing okay. Yeah, it's the wildfires. It's been really crazy. I live kind of close to where there've been some wildfires before, and I know how the smoke can be. And I'll stay indoors with my air conditioning on. But if you have to go outside for any reason, it's, take care of your lungs for sure. Chrissy said, my interest in camping started because of my love of hiking I started years ago. I actually hiked first too, and then I got into mountain biking, which I also love. And I want to be able to travel. Yeah, it's nice to be able to travel and then to be able to hike when you're out at different places. I can't always take advantage of hiking when I'm camping because I have Teddy with me, and most campgrounds either don't allow dogs or Teddy can be a little crazy when he's too close to other dogs. And if you're on a single track and it's really busy, like Southern California, the trails near the campgrounds tend to be busy. It's not really good for Teddy. But when I was in Idlewild at Stone Creek Campground, it happened to be kind of empty there when I was camping, and we went on a trail that we were the only people. I was the only person on the trail, and Teddy was the only dog. It was weird. We just had it all to ourselves, and I did get that in the video. So that one will come out next week on Wednesday. I'm in the process of editing it now, and I'm really looking forward to it. That was the one where I said, I use the donations from my subscribers and members to fund it. So yeah, that one I can't wait to post that one. Oh, Northwoods Adventures is in Ontario. Yeah, that's goodness. Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty intense, the smoke up there for sure. Let's see. Yeah, San Diego has some beautiful beach camping. It does. It does. That's one of those places too where it's hard to get campsites because I actually did try for this summer. I wasn't able to get any in the summertime, but it's hard to get campsites at some of those campgrounds. Really popular. La Jolla Beach. Oh, that sounds nice. Herbert says, "Am I late?" No, you're right on time. And nobody's late. As soon as you show up, that's the time you're supposed to be here. We can all say hi to you, and you can ask any questions that you want. I'm just here hanging out. I have some stuff here just in case, but we're just chatting. Yes, 210 Outdoors. David did a pool at Livestream a couple weeks ago, and that was pretty fun. So yeah, hope you do another one. Let's see. Odo Valen, me and my girlfriend are going to camp for a birthday at San Clemente State Beach Campgrounds in 2 days for the first time. So excited, especially after watching your overnight video. We love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. I love that campground. I've been there twice now. The first time was the video that you saw from last year, and the second time I haven't edited that one yet. I just went recently. I didn't have as good of a campsite. It wasn't quite facing the beach, but it was still nice. It's kind of at least the times that I've gone, it's been a quieter campground. It's really close to the beach. There's a really nice path you can walk down to get to the actual beach. All of the campsites have a shade covering, which is nice. And there's, a lot of water spigots there. The campground hosts are really nice. Yeah, that's a good place to go. I'm glad you're going there. Wow, for the first time. And also too, the thing I like about some of these beach campgrounds, like in San Clemente, you're actually not that far from, restaurants and stores. If you need to run out and get something, it's not that far away. So it's a cool place to camp. I like that one a lot. San Clemente tends to have nice weather too. Chrissy says, yay, I'm glad you got to take advantage of a trail with no people on it so Teddy can enjoy it. It was nice. It was really our first real hike together. I've taken him a little bit on dirt trails and then usually had to turn around and leave because it's too crowded and whatever. And right now it's kind of too hot to to hike. But yeah, we did a nice hike there. He really liked it. Herbert, who's actually Dan, right? He says, congratulations on 1K. Thank you. Yeah, it took me a while, but I got to 1,000 subscribers. If you look at my, if you look at the date that my channel started, this was just a channel that I had that I was using to post a couple random family videos, and I was using it to watch other people's videos. So it says it started, I think, in 2012, but I didn't start posting my camping videos until 2024. And I didn't post really regularly for a while. My first few videos were kind of spread out because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I was still posting random things on here for a while because I wasn't sure I was making a camping channel. I was still just kind of saying, oh, I'll make some camping videos, I'll put it on my channel and see how they do. Then I kind of realized that the camping videos were what I wanted to do with this channel. And even though I had some other random stuff on there, that wasn't really something that I wanted to do on a regular basis. So I either hid or deleted the other videos. And so made it just all camping starting in 2024. The first video that I posted on there, I think I posted it, I don't know if I posted it in November or December, but that trip was in November. And so probably November this year, I'll do a little celebration of, the 2-year anniversary of posting my first camping video. And the other thing I found that was interesting when I looked at the date that I started my channel, it said January 15th, 2012. And that kind of warmed my heart because on January 15th, 2026, I adopted Teddy. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's his gotcha day. So that's the day I adopted Teddy. So it's, the anniversary of when I first, started my channel many years ago is the same as Teddy's adoption anniversary. Camo Callie says, would you ever consider a small portable propane fire pit during the no wood ban? Yes, I would. I've looked into them. I just decided not to buy them. There are a couple campgrounds I like to go to that actually don't even allow fires, no wood fires at all either, like Chino Hills and Crystal Cove. They don't allow fire either. So I would have a use for a propane pit. The ones that I found that I liked, though, they were kind of big and heavy, and I'm limited on storage, and I also don't like things to take up a lot of space in the back of the minivan when I'm camping because I do bring a lot of stuff already. So I've just kind of gotten by without it, but I would consider it. If I found the right one, I would consider getting one. Okay, thank you, Shy Guy, for the coin. I appreciate that. And we have a great group here tonight. That's a lot of people. I made it a horizontal video in hopes that we don't get the weird people that come in and leave strange comments. It's kind of funny, but it's like you'll get more views on the vertical live streams, but you get a lot of strange people coming in. So I thought I'd try this for a change and just have it be more relaxed. I'm just at home, I'm just staying in one spot. You're mostly just seeing one thing unless Teddy decides to knock over the tripod again. Yeah, it's not how long it takes to do it, it's that you do it. Yay for 1K. Thank you. Thanks for all the congratulations, you guys. I really appreciate it. I just thought, I'll just hang out with you guys and, we'll chat. Let's see. Shy Guy says, I started mine a year ago on July 23rd. That's really cool. You just had your 1-year anniversary live stream, and I was out of town and I couldn't join that one. So I'll watch. Oh, actually I did. I ran it last night. I didn't really get to watch it though. I'm going to run it again so I can listen to the conversation. And 210 Outdoors started his channel on August 24th, 2012. Were you already posting camping stuff back then, David, or did you, was it like mine where you kind of just had a random channel and you started posting camping stuff later? Oh, Camo Callie sent a sunshine. Wow, thank you so much. A sunshine. I don't think I've gotten one of those before. I really appreciate that. Okay, yeah, 210 says random stuff. Yeah, that's what my channel was too. It was random stuff. So, okay, I think I'm caught up on the conversation for now. So I was just going to tell you guys a couple of things. One of them is I've been starting to get some merchandise for free from some companies, and my little shirt that I'm wearing here, it's from this company called Wolfpack, and I don't have a referral link or anything yet, so I'm not really going to talk about them too much. But they sent me this really nice backpack that I'm going to use on my next camping trip next week. But that video won't come out for several weeks. So I just wanted to mention it because I got it and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I was kind of excited about that because this was a company that didn't, it's a company that didn't respond back to Shy Guy. Sorry about that, Shy Guy. It's a company that's not really making a requirement, like not telling me I have to do a certain type of video or anything. They just want me to integrate it into my videos when possible. So I'm going to do that. Oh, walk with mom needs to go. Okay. Oh, you got to get up early. Yeah, I know I'm in the Pacific time zone, so for a lot of you guys, it's late. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have a good evening. And oh, and the other company was this. So we had Wolfpack, and then it's Bernie's Best sent me some things for Teddy, and there are these charming chompers, daily dental chews. And again, this is not really a commercial for them, but I just wanted to just give them a little shout out for sending me stuff that I will be putting in my video. It'll be my video that I'm doing next week. I almost told you guys the location. I can't do that, but yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, yeah, he likes these a lot. So of course we already had to break into them because dog treats. Let's see. Okay, Camo Callie says Wolfpack are great backpacks. Yeah, I had vaguely heard of them before, but never really, never had any of their products. But they sent me a backpack to try out, so I'm definitely going to try to load my gear into that and see how it compares to my other backpacks, which are frankly too small for camping. And they sent me a shaker bottle for a protein drink, and I'll show you guys that when I actually do the camping trip. And Bernie's Best sent me a couple of other things too. But I did like how they seem to be like smaller companies. Bernie's Best in particular, like a family company, and Wolfpack. It was shipped from locally here, so I think they're local to me, which I thought was kind of cool too. Because when they sent me a shipping notice, and then I got the backpack, I think the next day. Let's see here. High Plains Camper has a huge thunderstorm rolling in right now. Well, you get out there and you film it because you will get like 30 million views every time you post a video with a storm. If you're out there in it, you're getting the views with that. So yeah, I think that's. I didn't get the best views this weekend. It seemed like there were a couple of days when my views kind of went flat, and then I lost subscribers over the weekend instead of gaining for a couple of days, and I was like, what's going on here? And then I look over at High Plains Camper because he had a new video come out, and he's got tens of thousands of views, and I'm like, okay, everyone's at his channel this weekend. That's fine. You can have this weekend, High Plains Camper. But yeah, there's once in a while we'll get videos that do really well, and that's great. Shy Guy says hit the like button. It's free. I think most of you who are here have hit it, but if you haven't, hit the thumbs up. And if you, a couple of you have told me before later that you were watching my live stream, but you couldn't click like or comment because you were watching it on your TV, and so that's understandable. I get that. That's okay. You don't have to type anything if you don't want to, but maybe afterwards when it's posted on my page, you can just go back and click that thumbs up later. Shy Guy says at 30 likes, we'll get a Teddy close-up. Well, I see 33 likes. Don't we have 33 likes? Okay, click everyone. Shy Guy says I posted a video with a storm. That video failed. There was one with a storm? Okay, I'll have to go back and check that one. I don't remember that. HPC Extra, High Plains like number 2. Yes, thank you. Shy Guy has made meatball subs in his car. Ooh, I haven't really done cooking in the minivan yet. Now, full disclosure, I have been waiting for a rainy camping trip, and I haven't gotten one yet. The most I've gotten is like 10 minutes of rain in the middle of the night when I'm safely tucked in the minivan. So, yeah, I think the last one I had where there was rain at night was O'Neill, and that was the one where I woke up and the park ranger was walking back and forth about 20 times, and my chair was all wet. But I haven't actually gotten to experience rainy camping because I was trying to figure out what I would do. I don't really have a good plan, but I would have to figure out how to. I'd be mostly just in the minivan. I'd have to figure out what to do. I can kind of prop the back door open and stand there in the back and do things if there aren't any bugs around. So I'll have to figure out how to do that. Herbert Dan says, I have a serious question. What is your system for washing dishes on while camping? You guys wash your dishes? No, I'm usually camping somewhere that has water. And if they don't have water, I bring my own water. And I'll usually, kind of depends what the setup is, but I mostly just rinse. I have a little bit of dish soap just in case I need to really get stuff off. But I mostly just rinse the dishes. And to be honest, if I'm going to be there for a couple days, I just have disposable stuff. I'm kind of cheating there. But if it's something I need to reuse, I'll rinse it really well, wipe it really well with paper towels. I maybe use just like a drop of dish soap. But I don't do a full washing. But yeah, most of the campgrounds have had water. They've had water spigots, so I fill my little, I have a little jug, I think was in my last video, my little blue jug that has a little spigot on it, or just use a bucket, you know. Okay, oh my goodness, I'm getting, High Plains Camper, 3 likes from this guy, very cool. Well, hey, if you're a channel that's a friend of mine, you might have 3 subscribers from me, just saying. If you only have 3 subscribers, it might be all me. But yeah, I have this channel. I have the theme park channel. That's just kind of my little side channel that I'm not promoting or anything. But if I happen to be at a theme park and I take a quick video, I throw it on that one just because I kind of feel like I want a place to put them. And then I have my work computer is on, it's logged onto a different account. So I have that one as well. Oh, Ronnie says, come to Tennessee, you'll get your fill of rain. Yeah, I might be sorry I asked for rain if I go out there. In Alabama too. Yeah, you guys actually stealth camp out in the rain. I'm always so impressed. That's one of the reasons I like watching you in different areas is sometimes you guys have snow, you have rain, you got different insects around, you know, it's really cool to see, you know, to be able to travel around without really going places. L. Betancourt says, I wish I could hype your video, but I can't see how to do it. I only know how to do it from the mobile app. And it's when you look at where the comments are, you swipe to one direction, it'll say hype. I don't know, it just kind of pops up on my phone. If I happen to be watching a video on my phone, and I think I have to be holding my phone vertical and it's a horizontal video, and I happen to see it, I can click on the thumbs up, and then if I swipe a little bit, it says hype. It gives me the option to hype, and so I click the hype from there. And you only get 3 hypes a week. And I wish I could hype you guys from my work account, but that one is on a computer, and it doesn't allow me to hype from my computer. 210 Outdoors, you can come here to Missouri and camp in a tornado. Well, we have our share of other natural disasters out here, like I really don't want to be camping during an earthquake or anything like that. But I wouldn't mind a little bit of rain. I think I'll just rain. Not a monsoon or anything crazy. Odo says, we just bought one of those Korean barbecue pans for this trip. Been seeing them on YouTube camping trips. Is that the one that you put on top of the, on top of your stove? And you can grill on there? I don't have that, and I need one. I'm gonna have to get one soon. Come to New York and camp in a blizzard, says Shy Guy. That might be too cold. I actually had one camping trip where it started to snow during my camping trip, and this was so long ago. I probably have some pictures of it, but I don't even know if I could find the pictures. Yeah, it was actually started to snow, so we moved from our tents to my friend's truck, and then I was the only one with a 10-degree sleeping bag, so I was actually kind of warm. My friends were cold because they didn't have the right gear for the trip, so we had to leave early. Chrissy says she enjoyed the last video. I liked you having a friend and watching her excitement of car camping and her doing a video as well. Her poor pup didn't seem comfortable, bless it. Yeah, that was my friend Kit. She's actually on a trip right now, and so she's not able to join the live stream, but it was only her second camping trip. Her first trip was my San Onofre video, and she loves it. She just like fell in love with camping, and she's really loving it a lot, which is great. She's kind of in that phase right now, like when you're like so new to camping, she's like, what gear do I need? Like, and she's kind of overthinking stuff, but that's, you know, we all kind of do that. Like we think we need all kinds of stuff, then we realize later that, like, you know, we can get by with less stuff. But she has a dog who's only 8 months old. It's Pepper, the French Bulldog, and probably the only dog who's patient enough to hang out with Teddy for an extended amount of time, because Teddy has a lot of energy. So Pepper's just a sweetheart. She did well behavior-wise, but she just would not go to the bathroom outside of Kit's car. So that was an issue. So Kit's going to work on training her, you know, to go on the pee pad that she has, and train her to go, like, take her to parks and stuff, train her to go, you know, on grass, on dirt, things like that, so that she'll be more versatile. Camo Cali, we boil hot water and use a collapsible bucket to wash and rinse. Yeah, I'm actually looking into getting a collapsible bucket because I'd like to have one of those. That's a good idea, to boil the hot water. Yeah, especially if it's not, if it's, depending on how, you know, if you have like a plate that's really greasy, you really need more than just cold water for sure. Press up, oh, close up of Teddy, press 1. Oh, I got a bunch of 1. Okay, my goodness sakes. I think I missed out on the 30 likes. That was a while ago, huh? Okay, I need to get a close up of Teddy. Teddy, you gotta stop. You're eating the wood for the solo stove. You're actually eating the wood. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Close up of Teddy, here we go. Boop the camera. Boop the camera, there he is. There's my boy. Okay, you gotta face the camera. They gotta see your cute teeth. There's his teeth. Yeah, Teddy is a really good boy. He's actually chewing on a piece of wood that looks like this, so I'm gonna go get his chew stick really quickly from inside. I will be right back. I'm gonna refill his water too. It's kind of, his water's getting gross. I will be right back. Stay tuned. You can probably still hear me because I'm on mic. I'm in my kitchen pouring a new water and looking for Teddy's chew stick. Ah, there it is. You want to stay inside or come back out? You want to come out? Okay, good boy. Okay. All right. I got him new water and his chew stick. Ooh, we got a lot of conversation here. Okay. Stealth Camp Sweethearts, when we visited Missouri, we got a tornado. We ended up in a high school hiding. Wow. I don't want to be camping in that kind of weather. Although I have to admit, I have camped in some, when it got really windy at night, and the minivan does really well to, you know, it does a really good job of keeping me from, you know, getting blown over or anything like that. You can still hear the wind, but it doesn't, you know, it's not like a tent where it can totally get blown away. Still can't. Sweetheart says we get a few tornadoes too, but it's scary when you're out of town. Yeah, definitely. Odo says, when is the best time to camp at Chino State Park? It's the closest to us, and we had no idea there are campgrounds there. Okay, he's still eating wood. I brought you your chew stick. No. Oh, okay, no. Okay, I brought two chew sticks. He had a chew stick. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Okay, I thought he had wood in his mouth. Best time, I think, in Chino Hills is after there's been rain, maybe in the spring, if there has been some rain, because it's incredibly green. When I camped there, I happened to be there like right after some rains, and it was gorgeous. I think right now it's probably too hot. During the coldest time of winter, it might be a little too cold because you can't have a campfire there. I actually think Chino Hills was one park that also said no propane fires. So I think you just can't have a fire at all there. So I would go in the spring or maybe early summer if it's not too hot and they're still green. That was a gorgeous park. I do want to go there for sure. Go back there again for sure. And closest to you, yeah, that area over there, Chino Hills, is so pretty. Yeah, it's a really, really pretty community out there. Dan says, I'd come camp in Illinois, but it's boring here. That's why I live vicariously through everyone else's videos. Exactly. Some of you might live in areas. Oh, it's a dog. Teddy. It's okay, honey. Some of you might live in areas where you can't camp and you either have to travel far to get to a campground, or you can just watch our videos too. I mean, most of us, I don't know about you guys, but I've been an avid YouTube watcher for years, and so a lot of us, we're doing something vicariously through someone else. People might be watching my camping videos and maybe some of my theme park stuff and living vicariously through me, but I'm watching things that they're doing. There's people go all around the world. I haven't been out of the country in over 20 years. So I love watching people that are, in Europe, Asia, Canada. I haven't done a lot of far travel. I also haven't been to most of the United States. I've only been to, I think, 11 or 12 states. So I love seeing places that I've never been. I know, Stealth Camp Sweethearts, they're in Alabama, and they go, it's just interesting to see, when they're driving around going oh, wow, that's cool. That's what a real town looks like in Alabama, because I just really had no idea. And then Shy Guy lives in upstate New York, and I've been to New York, but only to New York City. I've been to, the Brooklyn area and then Manhattan, and that's about it. So I didn't know what, upstate New York looked like. Tennessee, have no idea. There are so many states that you guys are from. Okay. Yeah, Teddy. Everyone's yelling hi, Teddy. He's a cutie. I'm so grateful to have him. He's a really great buddy. He's just a happy little guy, and he wants everyone else to be happy too. He's got puppy energy. Right now he's following a fly. There's a fly over here. Yuck. Okay. Chrissy says, good night, everyone. I hope to visit some of the channels there in the chat later for the first time. Yes, once this gets totally uploaded, you'll be able to go back and see the live chat again, and you can catch the names of people if you missed anybody. But yeah, thank you so much, Chrissy, for, and I'm excited for you for, getting back into camping and stuff too. So thank you for, and Ronnie has to get started on her dishes. So thank you so much, Ronnie, for joining us as well. I really appreciate that. Let's see. At 40 likes, Teddy performs tricks for us. Okay, Shy Guy. He does all that jumping for you guys in my regular videos. I don't know if I can actually get him to do a trick. I'm not really going to be moving the camera around a lot just because I'm trying not to show my neighborhood. Maybe I'll have him on my lap. I can give him a treat or something. I actually have trivia questions here, and this time I did multiple choice. We could do a trivia game at 40. Am I getting there to 40? Am I getting close? Oh yeah, I'm getting close. So if I get to 40, we can do the trivia game, and then you can win stickers. I know Stealth Camp Sweethearts won the stickers last time. Let's see. 210 Outdoors. I used to live in the high desert out there. Yeah. In Lancaster. Yeah, I've been out there as well. Hello. There wasn't even any dogs. Teddy was barking at two little boys walking by and their dad. Okay. Richard says, I walked outside today. My shadow immediately quit and went back inside. Too dang hot. That was me in Phoenix. Well, Phoenix and the Tucson area. I was out just in Arizona. And I actually struggled a bit because Teddy actually did really well with potting and everything. But I was trying to be proactive and take him out every couple hours like I normally do at home. But being in a new environment and wearing shoes distracted Teddy, so sometimes he wouldn't go to the bathroom right away, and he'd be sniffing around, and he seemed like he was okay. He was just in his little shoes walking around sniffing, and there were a couple of times when I kind of felt faint outside, and I realized it was mild heat exhaustion. So I decided just to keep his potty trips really short and to the point. I found a spot where he would pee, so I would just take him right there and then right back home. And then I made sure I brought water with me or drank a lot of water before I went out. Because in the heat, yeah, in the heat, it can be really, it can be dangerous for you, so be careful. Um, so Herbert says, I have a place I camp that's 45 minutes away in a pine forest, like Shy Guy. If it wasn't for that, I'd go crazy. Yeah, it's nice when you have a place nearby you that you can go to escape. I'm lucky that in around here there are a lot of places. Some of them are a little farther than others, but you know, the minivan is a pretty comfortable ride. So, you know, I'll drive a couple hours out of the way to go to a good campsite. Oh, Stealth Camp Sweethearts and Shy Guy said that they love my stickers. Yes, they both have some of my stickers, and okay, yeah. Shy Guy says Tony forgot to hold some for me. Oops. There was an in-person event in Pennsylvania. It was like a content creators meetup, and it was Random Adventures 2.0 who put the whole event on. And I obviously wasn't able to go out to Pennsylvania in May, so I sent some stickers to be put on the table, but I didn't send enough. I think I'd only bought one batch of stickers at the time, or maybe two, and so I just sent out a few, like I think maybe 10 or 15 total, and they disappeared right away. There are a lot of people who did contact me later and said that they got one of my stickers, so I know they went to other people, but I didn't leave enough of them out there. I don't know how many I should have sent. I mean, like, were there 50 people there? Maybe I should have sent a lot more. Shy Guy found a lean-to shelter for a future video. Okay, that's good. It's interesting. Yeah, it's cool when you're out exploring, when you find a place that you want to go back to for camping. Cindy says, I used to live in Palmdale for 26 years. Our go-to camping was Lake Mary and Mammoth Lakes. So beautiful. Now I'm in Los Angeles and I want to camp by the beach. Well, there's a lot of great a lot of great beach camping in Los Angeles for sure. Like Leo Carrillo has been like definitely a favorite of mine, and I have to admit it's because of the store. It's because there's a store there. I don't know. I just get all excited about there being a store there. It's a cool store. It has a lot of stuff, and they have coffee in the morning. Oh, Christmas baby has to go. Bye. Okay, bye, and it was nice seeing you. And Teddy says goodbye as well. I'm glad that you're able to visit for a while. So yeah, Lake Mary and Mammoth Lakes. I've never camped up there. I've been to Mammoth in the summer. Did a little bit of like, actually I think I was just mountain biking. I don't think I even got to hike. It is really beautiful up there. I've never been to Lake Mary though. But yeah, being in LA, there's camping in all different directions. You know, there's the beach, there's the mountains, there's all kinds of places. And one place that's near you that I really liked was Table Mountain. It's up in Wrightwood near Mountain High, and I'd heard of it, but not really. I didn't know much about it, but I thought that was a really pretty place. I really had a good time there. And I was glad that I booked it for 2 nights. I was actually out there Memorial Day weekend, and it wasn't crazy crowded, and it wasn't super loud, so that was nice. Okay. Shy Guy said I brought a ton of stickers to the meetup just in case. I even gave. Okay, like how many? 100? Like I don't know. I don't know how many stickers I should have sent, because I don't know. It's just a lot of people I know, a lot of channels that I watch, they go to that, but it's just really far for me. I think a lot of the channels that I watch are out in that area. Not very many channels I watch are down here. I know there's Top Heavy, who's in my area, who camps at a lot of the same campgrounds that I'm at, but I'm not finding a lot of people camping, not really making like a lot of content creator friends in my area. So if you know of any good ones, let me know. Oh, Camo Callie says, we love your 80s retro rock band shirts. That is something we look forward to. We love that Susie and the Banshee one too. Thank you. Thank you for noticing it. I don't get a lot of comments on my shirts, and I think maybe it's because like the bands are kind of from a long time ago, but that's what I listen to. I don't know. And like when you see me wearing a Duran Duran shirt, like that's one of my favorite bands ever. It's not just like, I'm not trying to be like, you know, like, ooh, look how vintage I am. But no, like literally one of my favorite bands ever. Yeah, I love Susie and the Banshees. I got to see her at the Cruel World Festival. It was just her, like, solo. performing. She's really amazing. No, you're chewing on wood again. That's a piece of wood. Let me pick up all the wood. No, no, no. You have these, okay? Chew on these. I have a little stack of wood here that I just can't get high enough. Teddy's tall. Tall for a small guy. Okay, don't get the wood anymore, okay? Chew on these. Good boy. I'll give you another treat. Oh, Cindy says, I love your beach camping videos. I actually enjoy all your videos. Oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. You know, the thing, what I was thinking, I do get a lot of compliments, especially on, well, I'll get like usually more views on the beach camping videos, but I get a lot of comments on like more of my mountain forest type videos from my regular viewers who seem to like that. They like to see me out in that kind of environment. So I love all kinds of camping. I'm out in the desert a lot too, just not right now. But I love going to Joshua Tree, and I have that one video of me camping with my dad in Arizona, out in the Sonoran Desert out there. That was really fun. Let's see. Shy Guy says 25 stickers. Okay, good to know. Caden Ventures, I follow him too. Yes, he's Filipino and he cooks some really great food. I love watching his channel. Yeah, he's pretty cool. But it's one of the channels where I've watched him and I've commented and stuff, but we haven't become like friend. Like, you know how I've made a bunch of friends that are all over the place, like people that we watch each other's videos all the time, and but Caden, I don't think Caden's watched any of my videos. Yeah, maybe he should. Yeah, I've noticed that the other SoCal content creators don't usually, like if I comment on their videos, they don't comment back, or they don't really watch mine, except for Top Heavy, who's, I guess he's based in Pasadena, and since he noticed that we were going to all the same campsites, campgrounds, he commented on mine too. Oh, Odo says, I noticed the Susie and the Banshee shirt in one of your videos too. Right on. Yeah, it's funny because I just bring shirts. I just bring shirts with me. Like I go, oh, okay, I'm camping, I'll bring some t-shirts. And I have some camping related ones from some of the places I've camped at, but a lot of my shirts happen to have bands on them. So yeah, unfortunately I can't play copyrighted music in my videos because otherwise you guys would have a great playlist. I just can't. So I just have to, if I'm playing music, it has to be the YouTube approved music. So, but the stuff you hear in my videos, that's not what I listen to in my free time. Cindy says, do you like beach camping or maybe forest camping too? Yeah, I think beach, forest, and desert. Yeah, I can't, it's hard to say what I like the most because wherever I'm at, usually I think I like it the most. Like when I'm at the beach, I'm like, oh, the beach. Like nobody can beat the beach. This is the best. But if I'm up in the mountains, I like that the best. And the desert, I never thought I'd get into desert camping, but it was when I went with my parents to Valley of Fire State Park, and that's I don't know if that was my second video, but it's one of my earlier videos. And we camped out there in Nevada. That was really amazing. And then I started going to Joshua Tree, and yeah, it's gorgeous. Like you just have it's like the endless sky. You can see the stars at night, and like seeing like either cactus or Joshua trees. That's really cool. Ronnie's taking a break from the dishes. That's good. Sometimes my dishes take a while too, and I take a break in the middle, especially if I forget to do it the night before, and I'm like, oh, I have a lot of dishes. So yeah, taking a break is great. Herbert, Dan says, I like the videos, camping with fewer neighbors. Yes, I know. What's funny is that usually the ones that have closer neighbors get more views for my videos, but I prefer the campsites that are not really, really tight together. The ones, that maybe have a couple empty campsites nearby. I do prefer that. Like when you go camping, you don't want people right next to you screaming or blasting loud music. And, I happen to get that. I happen to get that a lot here, out in Southern California. And I think it's great that people are going out camping. I think it's great that kids are running around having the time of their lives. They're not on video games, they're out riding their bikes or and so I mean, I'll pretend like, you know, in my videos, I'll be like, oh, there's kids running through my campsite, but I really don't. It doesn't bother me that much just because I'd rather have a kid run through my campsite than have a kid just be sitting at home all day, you know, just indoors all day playing games. I love that people are going outdoors. Even if it's a little bit crowded sometimes out here, it's because we have a lot of people and a lot of people here like to go outdoors. So, you know, there are limited places to go and some of the places are more popular than others. But, yeah, Shy Guy likes to camp with no neighbors for miles. Well, here's the thing that's funny. I like the campsites, the campgrounds that are not too crowded, but if it's too empty, I actually get a little bit scared. I had one camping trip at Green Valley Lake, which is kind of towards Big Bear. And that video, it was my video I posted, I think it was last year in May or something. I remember it being cold in May, and I think that was on my thumbnail. It was still cold in May, and that campsite was amazing. It was huge. It was at the very end. It was like the very last campsite in the campground, and nobody was near me. And I think even the campsite next to me was empty, because I had a couple neighbors that I chatted with just because I passed by their campsites on my way to the bathroom. But I was kind of by myself, and it got really dark that night, and I got kind of scared. I got scared. So I don't know if I want to be like no neighbors around for miles. I just saw that Camping with Champion came in, and if you haven't watched his channel, that's my most famous YouTube friend. Is Todd Champion. He has a great channel. He stealth camps mostly out in Alabama, and he does like his most recent one was stealth camping in a porta potty. You have to see it to understand what I'm saying. Like you have to see it. It's crazy. It's funny. Todd, I have to ask you, Todd, it ended so funny your video because you had those muffins there, and I swear I thought you set that up and that there was going to be like a little thing, like I felt like a muffin man was going to come by or something after. I thought that was a setup. It was kind of funny, but I loved it. Oh, Ashley has to go to bed, or I think, right? Did she say she's leaving? Oh, okay. Yeah, good night, Ashley. Yeah, you got to work tomorrow. I know. You guys are doing these videos and working, and yeah, a lot of us, we're so busy. So yeah, get a good night's sleep, because I know when you stealth camp, you don't sleep that well. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today too. Um, Share your joy. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here today. Yeah, I'm glad that all of you are here. We have such a great group, and I'm glad that I did it horizontal and that we seem to only have, you know, familiar names and no trolls on here tonight. Teddy needs a product line. You know, maybe we'll look into that. Let's see, T-shirt Teddy. Yeah, T-shirts would be fun. Yeah, I gotta see, I maybe want to get a design that's, all I have right now are the designs that are technically AI, and I know a lot of people don't like AI, but I don't, you know, I gotta see if I can figure out a design that I could do for that. But yeah, that would be kind of fun. Oh, not an active one. Thanks for clarifying that, Todd. It wasn't an active porta potty. No, it was it looked all like an old one from the outside, but it was all cleaned out and decorated with real bricks and real wood floors too. Skeeter is always saying, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was something about like one of your friends was gonna like run by and be the Muffin Man. Yeah, I was thinking, because I thought, well, you know, I know that was like an old little children's rhyme, so I thought there was going to be something coming up. Maybe there's going to be a part 2 and we'll see the real Muffin Man. Yeah, that was funny. I don't think I would eat food that just showed up at my campsite, just because I'm kind of paranoid. So yeah, if you happen to see me at a campground, don't just leave random food there, because I probably won't eat it, just for safety. I think the cat dragged it there. Yeah, that's possible. Animals do tend to leave things in funny places. I know that for a fact, because Teddy here puts things in funny places. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Teddy, but he really likes my socks. So I have a really hard time finding any matching pair of socks ever anymore lately. He likes to take just one sock and put it somewhere, and I don't know where he's keeping them right now. So One of these days he'll tell me. One of these days I'll find his stash and I'll find all my mismatched socks. But yeah, right now I'm having a hard time finding socks. Oh yeah, you would have gotten great views to take a bite out of that muffin. Yeah, I don't think I'd want. Here's the thing though, and Todd, sometimes I worry about you out there. Just make sure you keep yourself safe, you know. Don't do anything that's dangerous. You know, I know you do a lot of some camping in high places and sometimes in like, you know, some really hot weather. So keep yourself safe. That's more important than, you know, getting views. We would watch anything. I mean, you could be camping, I don't know, I'm sure, like in your backyard, we'd still watch it because we, you know, we like you, Todd. So you don't do anything that's going to get you, you know, that's going to be dangerous. Yeah, I wouldn't eat the cupcakes. I was wearing a pair of Golden Girl socks my last camp because all mine were gone. Yeah, you guys have a puppy too. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I have mismatched socks. A lot of times you know, when you see me camping and if I have socks on, it's not what I meant to wear and it doesn't really match, but you know, it's what I could find. Huh, Teddy? You tend to take all my socks. The Golden Girl socks. Oh yeah. Shy Guy, you don't know who the Golden Girls are? Yeah, you're probably too young. Oh, I'm surprised there are socks. Yeah, I don't think I've seen socks about the Golden Girls before. That would be funny. So camping with champions, keeping the porta potties in the storage building. Yeah, I have a storage unit right now too. I don't have porta potties in there, but just my camping gear, and like, because Teddy's liking a lot of gear. Because I had that camping trip with my friend Kit and her dog Pepper, and Pepper had a stroller. I decided to get a stroller for a stroller for Teddy too, because I know he kind of likes to be contained. He doesn't like to just be out in the open. When I had Flynn, I used to just tether him to a really long leash, and that's how he stayed at the campsite. But Teddy likes to be in little, you know, he likes to be in his little enclosure or in his stroller. He feels a little bit safer, and it's easier for me to do things with him. Like with the stroller, I was able to roll him right into the bathroom stall, which was nice. And if I want to take a shower at a campground, usually there's a lot of room in the shower room, and you can roll a stroller right in there. Because I don't want to bring him in there and get his feet dirty in the bathroom. Yeah, so I have a lot of stuff, mostly for Teddy. Teddy, and then my bedding, my big mattress is in my storage unit. And what else is in there? My two-person chair. There's a lot of things that, yeah, I have all my camping gear in there. Let's see. There's socks for everything. That is true. I know all of us with channels should get our logos on socks. That'd be fun. Napoleon Dynamite socks. Shy Guy says, Todd, I watched a video of someone that made a cardboard B&B and people booked it. You should do that with the porta potties. You know what? People do like staying at weird places. I was watching a YouTube video recently of someone staying. Now, this isn't, I mean, it's an actual house, but you can actually rent out the Poltergeist house. So it's somewhere up in LA, but it's the actual house where they filmed the movie, and they renovated it and decorated it to look like it was back in the movie. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, they made somebody made some YouTube videos of that. Todd says, I'll give you all a scoop, but don't tell anyone because I don't know if it's possible to pull off yet. I'm going to try to mount the porta potties on a small boat and take it down a river. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I hope you can do that. Yeah, if you can find a boat that can hold those, that would be hilarious for people to see. You see you floating down the river in a porta potty. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, some of my friends here do some really amazing things. That's why I'm really grateful that you guys watch my channel, because I don't do anything. I don't do any stealth camping. I don't do anything really outside the box. I'm just sleeping in my minivan, which is, a lot of people sleep in minivans, and I'm just going to local campsites, not doing anything out of the ordinary. But I appreciate that you guys are watching the videos, and I think a lot of it maybe has to do with Teddy. He's cute, He gets attention, so that's good. Thank you, Teddy. Probably about 500 of our subscribers belong to Teddy. Shy Guy socks. Who would wear those? Well, if you know, if I'd put a Shy Guy sticker on my water bottle, I'd wear Shy Guy socks. Yeah. Herbert says, I refer to my storage unit with all my camping, fishing, and kayak gear as my sportsman's warehouse. Yeah, I call mine my garage because my condo doesn't have a garage. But they raised, like I got it for really cheap last year, and then they just raised it. It's almost double what I was paying for it last year. So I don't know how long I want to keep a storage unit. It's expensive out here in Southern California. We don't have a lot of space here. High Plains Camper says, Shy Guy, I'll wear your socks if you wear my banana hammock. Okay. Shy Guy says, I've seen a porta potty floating down a river. Oh, you've already seen it. That's not new? Are other people floating porta potties down rivers? Yeah, I don't see that around here for sure. Okay, Shy Guy and HPC are having a funny conversation. Yeah, swimming pool live. Yeah, it's kind of funny, but if I stand up right here, I can see my community pool. I live right next to my community pool, and I wish I could show it to you, but being outdoors in front of my condo here, I just can't show you much. But yeah, I thought about that. I thought, oh, maybe I could do it from inside the pool, but I'm not going to do a live stream in a bathing suit. Sorry. Sorry. Not doing that. Shy Guy says, no, it was during the flood, a porta potty floated down. Oh, okay. I was like, really? People are doing boats with porta potties on them? Oh, wow. You know what, Shy Guy? I wonder if that was a stealth camper. You never know. Todd, can you see if you can mount a satellite dish on top of the porta potty? That would make it look livable. Yeah, well, I think your porta potty is really livable, except ironically, you did not put a toilet in there, which I thought was funny. Like, of all things not to put in your porta potty, there's no toilet in there. See, that's what I would think would be a benefit of camping in a porta potty, is the built-in toilet. But you know, I'm female. I know a lot of times women like to have our toilets. Camping with Champion says, I have Starlink. High Plains Camper says, so 210 is David and Shaggy. Shy Guy is Chris. Don't get mad if I forget. Yeah, if you don't put your name on here, or like if you're Dan and you put Herbert T Outdoors, I'm probably still going to call you Herbert, but I know you're Dan. And I know Shy Guy is Chris, but sometimes it's because there might be another person named Chris sometimes on here. I know earlier we had a David on here, and then we had David from 210 Outdoors. So I was trying to remember to call 210 Outdoors 210 so that we don't get him confused with the other David. Yeah, not a lot of us have Starlink for our porta potties. I think I just got bit by something. I'm actually wearing bug guard. We have an unusually humid heat wave going through here right now. It's not usually so humid here. And so I noticed when I walked Teddy yesterday, I got a bug bite on my leg, and I don't usually. So yeah, we get humidity out here too. Add solar panels, Todd. Yeah, solar panels, a satellite, and then an indoor toilet. I think that's what you need. Oh, Herbert says, I'm used to both. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to have to be if you put your name, if your channel's named Herbert. Just like when Walk with Mom was on there, I'm like, I was calling him Mom before because I thought he was Mom. Camping with Champion. Y'all, I'm planning to meet up here in Alabama in October if any of you want to come. Well, of course I want to come there. Alabama, how far is that from California? I think I would probably just have to fly. I'd have to fly because, uh-oh, there's a doggy. Because of work, I'd probably have to do a quick weekend. I don't know. Oh, October, what do I have going on? I know I have some plans in October because I'm going to like a theme park scary event. I'm going to a couple of those. But yeah, I'd have to see what the weekend was. High Plains Camper, Starlink porta potties are what this world needs. I'd sleep in one. Yeah, if it had a proper toilet that wasn't a porta potty toilet, like an actual toilet in it, I would totally sleep in one. Ronnie says I'm a mosquito magnet. They love my blood. Yeah, they seem to love my blood too. Luckily, I don't usually get a lot of mosquitoes out here. And even when I'm camping, they're not out a lot out here. Or even anywhere that I'm camping, I don't usually get them. And I do have a thermocell that if I feel like something's on me, or if, I don't know, I can't really tell when they're here until they bite me. But if I feel like there's mosquitoes or any other bugs around, I'll turn on the thermocell. But, and that seems to work pretty well. And then I have some like pet safe bug guard on right now. I don't like to use the DEET if possible because Teddy likes to lick my skin. So I try to find something that's safe for him. Odo says, I'm currently looking for mosquito repellent and they love me. Are they any in San Clemente State Beach? I didn't really come across any bugs when I was there. I didn't seem to have any issues. They, when I got to the campsite, there was white powder all over the dirt, like in the shape of the tent. And then there was powder all around the ground at the table. So I was afraid to let Teddy go on the ground there because I didn't know what it was. But the camp host came by and he was selling diatomaceous earth, which is pet safe. And he said that that's what all the white powder was around the campground because there are a lot of ants. Oddly enough, not one ant bothered me there. Like there were no ants at all bothering me. Probably because the other person the person before me had sprinkled so much of that diatomaceous earth. But I did have ants at Leo Carrillo last time, and I did have ants at Stone Creek. And the Stone Creek one in Idlewild is the one that I'm going to post next week. And that was the one that was funded by my generous subscribers who donated and or joined the membership for pay. Yeah, it was funded by all my extra funds from there. Sorry, there's a dog that's right down there. Teddy's just staring at it. Yeah, it's okay. They can stand there. Other dogs have to use that patch of grass too. It's not yours. Okay. Yeah, so what I use that tends to work for me, because it's also safe for Teddy, is like Cedar Side, or they also have one called Wonder Side that a lot of people with pets use because it's just cedar oil. And you can use it on people, pets, in-home, and gear. It's not for plants, but it repels ticks, fleas, mosquitoes, ants, mites, roaches, wasps, and scorpions. So that's what I use. That's what I use pretty often. I did buy I think it's Picardin, the one that's, it's like Deep Woods Off, but it's Picardin instead of DEET. Because I know when I've used DEET before, it does work, but it's kind of, it made some weird marks on anything that I had that was plastic. So I feel like it might be a little toxic, and I know I don't want Teddy licking it off of me. So he doesn't seem to lick off this cedar oil, like he'll smell it, and he doesn't really want to lick that off. But, you know, if something has like a fragrant scent, he tries to lick it off of me. So I don't want him to lick anything that's toxic. Herbert says you need a gnome in front of the porta potty inspired by a Shy Guy. Yeah, that's true. He does gnomes and gargoyles at his campsites. Shy Guy says, I drove from New York to Key West. I don't mind driving. Yeah, well, your car is a little newer than my minivan, and plus you're not stopping every couple hours to take a dog out. Sometimes driving long distances is a little bit difficult. Like I did drive to Arizona, so I'm kind of feel like I've driven enough for this year. So I think most of my campsites for the rest of the year are going to be in Southern California, unless I get back out to Arizona again, maybe around the holidays. Okay, 210 Outdoors says it'd be 8.5 hours for me. Ronnie is in Southeast Tennessee. Might be a little closer for her. Teddy looks like he grew, or is it the 10 pounds from the camera? when I got him from the shelter, he was only 13 pounds, and he's now 14 pounds. So it's only 1 pound, but his hair is a little bit long. He's due for a haircut. His hair is really floofy. I just gave him a bath a few days ago, and so his hair is extra puffy. It's the poodle genes in him that make his hair really poofy. Okay, you should try this spray called Bug. It's more natural oils. Okay, I will look into that because I do like using more of the natural oils if possible. Odo said, okay, cool. It's like ants and critters. Yeah, it's like the typical stuff. I don't think there are, although when I went there, Odo, we weren't having this really humid heat wave. So I think just be prepared for anything, you know, have something with you just in case. But I didn't get bitten. I do get bit. If there are mosquitoes around, I do get bit, and I didn't get any bites there. What I did get was I fell, when I was, after my live stream there cut out, I tripped over a rock and I fell toward the fire pit and I hurt my arm on it. I don't know if you can still see that mark there. There was a horrible, horrible bruise on my arm that you can see in my last video. It's a big giant purple bruise that I forgot to pull my sleeve down in a couple scenes, and I was like, oh, my arm. You can see that. So there are some. You can see the big bruise in my last video, but yeah, I think the bruise was only in my last video, but I fell and because I fell onto the fire ring when the fire was like at its peak. I thought I burned myself. It hurt so bad. I thought I burned myself. But I realized later the fire ring had two, it was like an inner ring and then an outer ring. And so it was just a really bad bruise. It wasn't a burn, thank goodness. I'd much rather have a bruise than a burn any day. Shy Guy said I had a rental for that trip, not putting the stress on my car. So Shy Guy, you would rent a car for yeah, I would. I didn't like driving to Arizona with the minivan this last week, especially in the heat. So I'm thinking that if I ever have to go out there in the summer again, I'll either rent a car. I probably would rent a car because my Honda, it doesn't have tinted windows and it's black. And anytime I take it anywhere that's really hot, like I've driven it to Vegas before, it's really, really, really gross. It gets extremely hot. Todd says, I've been researching riding an e-bike from Alabama to LA, to my niece's house. Like LA, Los Angeles, or LA, Louisiana? You mean Los Angeles, right? That would be cool. That would be so cool. It'd take 2 months. Yeah, do a bunch of videos, so you wouldn't miss a week. Yeah, but you would also hopefully make that into a video. I would think, yeah, that would be cool. You'd be right here near me. I'd come say hi. Well, if you'd want me to, you might not. Yeah, because I'd be like, oh, that'd be really close to me. Why don't you bring your whole meetup here? That would be great. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, I'm sure you'd video the whole thing too and make a video of that. That would be so cool. Yeah, do a lot of live streams on the way. That's a great idea, Todd. An e-bike though. Like, are there? Because I only know how to do freeways. Like I've driven from here to Houston, Texas. I know how to do that. I know like the 10 and the 8. Or you guys don't even call it that. I know people make fun of me for saying the 10 and the 8 because I think people don't say it that way outside of California. But that's what we call the freeways. We call them the, and then we say the number. Shy Guy said, my mom drove across the country in her 20s. I've always wanted to do a trip like that. They were gone for 2 months. That's really cool. And ever thought about doing the Appalachian Trail, Todd? Ronnie says, with e-bikes, you'd have to be able to charge the batteries when they're drained. Yeah, I'm guessing you would stop and either like stay at a hotel, motel, or maybe a campground with electricity. Oh, it would be back roads, and I would stealth camp along the way. Oh, cool. So you've mapped out back roads? There's enough back roads to do that? That's really cool. That is really cool. Yeah, that would be a really cool thing to do. I hope you can do that. Yeah, because you've got a cool e-bike. Just make sure you don't forget your helmet, though. I'm a mountain biker, and those videos where I saw you without your helmet, I was like, put your helmet on, because it's, you know, I'm just like that. I like to tell people to wear their helmets, but you know, it's important. Our brains are important. We got to take care of our brains. Um, Solar and big battery bank. Yeah, that would be something he could bring, but that's a lot. That's a lot to tow with him. Would you be towing that trailer? Probably not. That trailer gave you a lot of trouble, huh, Todd? I think it might have been. I don't know. It wasn't heavy, right? It was just a little bit too wide, and it sometimes would bottom out on some of those curbs. Oh, you have a small bike trailer. That would be nice because you could bring some stuff on that. I've thought about doing. What do you call it? Bike. It's called bike packing, where you mountain bike, and you bring your you like pack everything onto the bike, like not a trailer, but you there's things that you can do, like you can strap a backpacking tent to the frame and things like that. I have some friends that do that. Oh, this has ashes in it. I think it's cool enough now to try the fire. Hello. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's saying hi to your doggy. Okay, so just like when I'm camping, when I'm out here, everyone, like all the kids want to stand there and look at Teddy because he's so cute. So I'm gonna go and try to light this fire here since you guys are still here. Yeah, I'm very popular today. People are still here. So I'm gonna just hang out here a bit longer. I used to cut it off by 2 hours, but if you're still here, we'll hang out a little bit longer. If you need to leave, don't feel obligated to stay the whole time. I know we've been running a little long here, but I'm already home, so I have nowhere else to go. Don't have my torch, my little flame torch here with me today. All my actual camping gear is in storage. Oh, here we go. Get a little solo stove fire going. These sticks are a little bit long. Oh, forgot my gloves. No, I want to put the ring on it, but some of these sticks are too long. There we go. So this is a solo stove. It's the little tabletop one, and I've had it actually since like 2020 during COVID, when I wasn't able to go very many places, and I'm in a condo here. I couldn't really. I saw people doing backyard fires and backyard parties, and I'm like, oh, I can't really do that here. Hang on, I got a patio umbrella I need to close. So I got this little solo stove, and I was doing some outdoor meals, doing some meals out here, and in the evening, ooh, the fire's kind of high. In the evening when I come home from work, just relax out here with my little stove. So yeah, I haven't used it in quite a while. I think because I camp, I'm not that impressed with little tiny fires anymore. But I got this before I was doing all the camping. It was just my little fun stove to have at home. And then my dad actually cut me a lot of little short pieces of wood. Some of them stick out slightly because it's a really short stove. But yeah, I've got some short pieces of wood, and occasionally I'll go collecting other wood if I find it. I don't have a saw here, but I have one of those little loppers it usually cuts these pretty good. I forgot how big this fire was. Pretty big fire. move my iPad. Okay, 210 Outdoors is going to bed. Good night. Thank you so much for joining us today, David. I'm really happy that you were here. I'm glad that all of you have been here today. Yeah, it's been really, really good. Yeah, like an alternator would be a good idea for an e-bike. That's a great idea instead of having to charge them constantly. Oh, XRP Strong says, take your bike and camping stuff on the train from Los Angeles to Santa Barbara and ride and camp back home. Beautiful ride along the coast. I haven't done that ride before. That actually sounds really cool. I love Santa Barbara. I've driven up there several times. And I did camp. I camped there at Lake Cachuma last summer. And I even stayed in an Airstream in Buellton, that was fun. Yeah, that trip I did last summer. If you see those videos where I went to Lake Cachuma, and then I went to the Buellton Airstream, and then Montaña de Oro State Park. It was meant to be a much longer trip, or like a farther drive. I was originally going to do Lake Cachuma, and then drive all the way up to the Portola Redwoods up north, and then I was going to hit Montaña de Oro on the way back. But at Lake Cachuma, I kind of messed. Oh my gosh! Uh-oh. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to land on the table. Yikes! Blooper. Okay. Yes, and I'm also very easily distracted. You've probably been able to tell that already. I don't know why I did that. Okay, it's probably going to be okay. All right, I'm not even going to look at the comments. I'm so embarrassed. Okay. Oh, you can't see it. It's not on camera. You kind of saw it, though, right? Did you see what I did? Why is this up so high? It's on the table. This is kind of facing the wrong way. There we go. Yeah, part of this, if you didn't see it, part of the, yes, squirrel. Yeah, let's see what you guys put. Oh, we have Ari's World here. Ari's World is one of our friends. Well, now that you're here, Ari's World, oops, I just lost my comments. Yeah, the smokeless pit. Yeah, I've got the little one. They are so much cheaper now. I got mine back in 2020, and I think I paid full price. Like, I think it came with something like, oh, it comes with some pellets, wood pellets or something, but it was really expensive back then. They're so much cheaper now. You can get like a 2-pack for pretty cheap, even Solo Stove brand. And then they also have like off brands that are pretty good. That was funny. I didn't make a very good fire. This is going to be one of those fires that dies, I think. It's an early death. I didn't have enough twigs. I meant to collect some more little sticks, and then I had that stick fall on the table, and now I'm just, I think the fire's over already. Oh my gosh, that was a quick one. I didn't do very well. Okay, that happens sometimes. Where was I when the fire died? Oh, that was the San Onofre Bluffs. That one was because I was trying to cook at the same time, so that didn't work out so well. But anyways, Ari's World is here. So Ari Bear is Teddy Bear's friend, so I want to make sure that Teddy can say hello. Yeah, Teddy's here, and we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, the fire pit is actually pretty cool. Usually it's much better than this, and it stays lit for a long time. There's a couple of reasons that I think it didn't stay lit very well. One of them is I didn't collect enough little sticks and twigs. I kind of forgot to do that. So, oh, here we go. Hard to heat. Yeah, got to feed the little ones a lot. Yeah, I wasn't looking at it for like 5 seconds, and it burned out. But It usually stays on pretty well. Also, too, like the wood that my dad cut for me is really thick, and sometimes I try to find thinner. Usually it's just walking around the neighborhood. I find little sticks. We've got some small pine cones, things like that, to get it started. And I didn't have very many sticks here today. Next time I'll try to do a better fire. There are some sticks on the where there. Oh, yeah. Teddy made a lot of little wood pieces. Feed it pellets. I do have pellets, and I could have done that, but I kind of missed out on that. I do have some pellets. I wonder. I can't really reach it. Teddy, you okay? I started jumping again. I hear a neighbor barking. Oh, what was that? Hang on a second. Let me take care of Teddy. What are you doing, honey? You okay? There's nobody there. Okay. Well, I actually meant to have a fire going. That would have been nice. So, in the absence of a fire, I do have my blinky lights. So, most of my camping gear goes into my storage unit, but I often bring my lights home with me to charge. And they're also good to have just in case of a power outage. So I have a few of my lights here. I really don't see anybody. Sometimes he'll see someone heading, if they're heading towards us, he'll get a little bit upset. Here, I'll turn on a couple lights here so it's not totally dark. There we go. Oh, I see what happened. Ari's World, you gifted a membership and it went to Todd. I was wondering where the congrats Todd came from. I wasn't sure. Okay, very cool. So Todd, you got one of my memberships. Okay, enjoy. There's a couple of fun little videos you can watch there. Enjoy that. Teddy's going a little crazy. Herbert T. Outdoors says you need one of Shy Guy's special sticks. I actually do have a magic wand inside. I got it from Universal Studios, and it's one of those wands that you can stand in front of one of their windows and do like a little thing with the wand, and then it will like make something move in the window. So I know it works. I should use that when I'm camping. They are good fire starters. I didn't notice it first thing. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice it either. Ari, that was nice of you. Thank you for gifting that to him. Very cool. Very much, yes, on fire. Ronnie says, I can't figure out how to send gifts like the gold coin. Well, that's interesting. So, like, on my iPad here, you can see there's a little icon, like down here, like where you type the comment, there's a little icon that's a gift. And if you click on that gift, like there's all these different options of things that pop up. But I know it doesn't always show up. Sometimes I'm looking, I'm even on mobile, I'm on a live stream of someone that I know is monetized. I just don't see it pop up. So there's like the happy face for the different stickers and emojis, and then there's the gift is the present, and that's what you do. Yeah, so. Okay, so Ronnie, are you on a PC? Yeah, unfortunately, the PCs don't have the same features. I noticed that too when I was on my work computer. I was watching somebody's, probably Shy Guy's live. Shy Guy, you go live sometimes in the middle of the day for me, in the middle of the work day, and I think I was watching it from there, and I was like looking. I was like, oh, I don't have some of the options that I usually have. Yeah, High Plains is here too. Ari, you know High Plains. Yeah, a lot of great people here. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm just sitting here chatting with you guys. Nothing, I didn't have anything real exciting to tell you. I do have a little trivia question game if you guys want me to do it. Click 1 if you want me to do the trivia game. We don't have to if you don't want to. Oh, Ronnie sent me a flower. Oh, you figured it out. And Dan sent me sparkles. Thank you so much, you guys. That is so cool. Yeah, if you guys want me to do little trivia questions, I can. I just have 5 little questions, and they're multiple choice this time, because I know last time I don't know what I was thinking. I just did really hard questions that like I only knew because I just my porch light comes on automatically. Yeah, I only knew my answers because I'm in the videos, and also I had just looked up the information. So nobody wants a trivia game. That is okay. That is okay. We don't have to do it. I'm here to do whatever you guys want to do. We can just chat. Well, Ronnie wants to do it. Is there anybody else who wants to play with her? We need at least 2 people that want to play. Ronnie, you almost won it last time. You got one of the, I think you got his, the dog breed correct, because you guessed the poodle part, right? Or no, you guessed the, was it Pekingese or something? You guessed something that nobody else had guessed. Okay. Well, since Ronnie wants to do trivia, I'll do it really quickly. Hey, ACR Protect, thank you so much for joining. I'm glad that you're here today. Yeah, we're just doing a little chat here. Got a good group of people here, so we're running a little longer than I planned. Yeah, it's we're going to do a little trivia game where I'm just going to ask like a couple questions. Actually, I have 5 questions. Really. Oh, I only have. I don't know if I have 5. I might not have 5 questions. I might not have finished this. Okay. I'll ask the first question here. In my most popular short to date, I compare Teddy to which Australian animal? So there's an animal from Australia that I compare Teddy to. Is it a koala, a kangaroo, or a wombat? And if you're not sure of what I compared him to in the video, just think of like what he likes to do a lot when he's excited. Is he like a kangaroo? No, a koala, a kangaroo, or a wombat? Yep, Ronnie, you got it. He's a kangaroo. I had a short video that got a bunch of views where I said I gave him kangaroo food because he was jumping up and down the whole time. Although koala would have been a close one because he likes to hold on to me when I'm carrying him. But yeah, he's a kangaroo. So Ronnie got 1 correct, and XRP Strong also got it correct. So did Herbert, but Ronnie got it first. So we're gonna have to give it to Ronnie. Yeah, she did really well on the dog breed one because she was guessing all the dog breeds, even the weird. There's a few that are. Was it Pekingese? It was something that was kind of weird to spell. I brought a pen out with me, and now I can't find it. Well, that's okay. I can remember that it was Ronnie. Cindy says kangaroo. I'm just guessing. Well, you're correct, but Ronnie got it first. Shy Guy says, now that my internet hasn't frozen up, let's go. Okay, I guess Shy Guy wants to play too. All right, so that was the first one. Ronnie got the first one. Okay, second question. What musical instrument do I often bring on my trips? Is it a ukulele, a grand piano, or a guitar? So what musical instrument do I often bring on my trips? Ukulele, grand piano, or guitar? Shy Guy says, oh wait, hang on. Ronnie says Pekingese. Oh, Pekingese, Shih Tzu, and something else. Yeah, Teddy's actually 8 different breeds, but he's mostly Shih Tzu and Poodle. But Pekingese is one of the small percents. Shy Guy, you got it. It was ukulele. Yeah, you spelled it correctly, ukulele. Herbert says uke. Uke. Ronnie says, you are asleep. I'm asleep? Oh, yes, it's ukulele. Shy Guy got that one first. Yeah, all right, Teddy is actually 8 breeds. He was from the animal shelter. When I went to the shelter to get him, he was labeled as a Lhasa Apso mix. And my first dog was a Lhasa Apso. And it's really funny because she was a purebred Lhasa Apso. And both Teddy and Flynn, when I got them from the shelter, were labeled as Lhasa Apsos, but neither of them were. Flynn ended up being a purebred Shih Tzu, and when I did Teddy's DNA test, he was 42% Shih Tzu, 37% Poodle, and 10% Chihuahua, and then a bunch of small percentages of some other breeds. And when I did my Jumbo Rocks video, I put the little the screen. I can't do it here, but the little picture of all of his different breeds. But it's all small breeds. Pekingese was one of them, and Ronnie had guessed that one, so she'd gotten that one right. Yeah, 8 different breeds. It took a lot of different dog breeds to make a Teddy. You know, he couldn't just be a Shih Tzu and a Poodle. He had to be 8 different dog breeds. Yeah, he's a cute little mutt for sure. Herbert, I abbreviated because I'm terrible at spelling. I didn't really know how to spell ukulele correctly until I started playing the ukulele. I didn't realize it was UKU. I thought it was UKE for the longest time. So it's UKULELE. But yeah, that it's a weird one to spell. Yeah, so don't worry about it. I will accept any spelling. That's fine. I wish what I should have are like cards. Oh, you know, I'll say what I meant to say was A, B, or C, so you guys could just put a letter. That's what I meant to do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to have you guys spell things. Yeah, ukulele is a weird one. Okay, but yeah, Shy Guy got number 2. Number 3. What is my minivan's name? What is my minivan's name? Is it A, Mickey, B, Minnie, or C, Goofy? What is my minivan's name? A, Mickey, B, Minnie, or C, Goofy? Okay, the first answer I see is Shy Guy with B. Todd, you came in right after Shy Guy, but you are correct. Her name's Minnie. Yeah, everyone who's answered is correct. My minivan's name is Minnie, and she has the distinction of being the only car I've ever named in my whole lifetime. And I named her because my niece, her first car was my dad's old Dodge Caravan. It was a really old Dodge Caravan, and it was white and puffy, and she named it Moo. So when I got Minnie, I thought, you know, Minnie needs a name too. So Minnie's, I named her Minnie because, you know, Minnie Van. It's not very original, but her name's Minnie. Yeah, for only car I've ever named, which I'm kind of bummed out that I did that, because now I'm thinking, oh yeah, you know, it's about time to upgrade my Sienna, but you know, I don't know if I want to sell her. She's a good old van. She's been doing really well, so I'm thinking I'm just hanging on to her for a bit. She's 20 years old, but she has 159,000 miles, which is not bad for 20 years. And I've been trying to take good care of her. So hopefully she'll last me a few years longer. Yes, minivan, David, that is correct. Ari had wait, I'm missing some here. Shy Guy says I'm competitive, just saying. So Shy Guy, you have 2 of them right, and Ronnie has 1 right. Right, okay. I have 5 questions, so if you can get 3 of them right, I guess you won. You won, but you already got my stickers. I don't know what else I'd send you. Okay, Ari's World says, good old Dodge Caravan. We had one of those. Yeah, wait, hang on. Hang on a second. I misspoke. My dad did have a Dodge Grand Caravan. That's a different van. Hers was the Chrysler Town and Country. Basically the same van, but the Chrysler version. So she had the Chrysler, and then my dad had a newer Dodge Grand Caravan after that, and his had the stow and go seats, where not only the back row, you know, folds flat into the floor, but the middle row folded flat into the floor too, which I thought was amazing, because my minivan, I can fold the 3rd row flat into the floor, and so I'm always sleeping on. It's like the 3rd row is underneath me when I'm sleeping in there, but my middle row, it has great captain's chairs, but it doesn't fold all the way into the floor. It folds, like the way the seat is, it folds forward and then it pops up. So I have them popped up, and it takes up some extra space. So because those seats don't fold flat, instead of 4 feet by 8 feet, I have 4 feet by 6 feet, which to me is plenty of room for sleeping and keeping some stuff inside and having Teddy in there. But I would love to have a little bit of extra room. Oh, you know what, Herbert, you're on slow speed internet. I am sorry. The internet, yeah, the internet is, that can hold you back sometimes too, and I hate that. Sometimes I played games before where I was like, yeah, poor internet. Sorry about that. Yeah, we should give him an accommodation. Give Dan a couple more, give him like 5 more seconds to respond. Ari says, don't sell the Sienna. They are the best. We drive a 2015 Sienna with 150,000 miles, only one minor repair, runs like a champ. Yeah, the 2015 is a good one. That's the 3rd-generation Sienna, and my friend Laura has one of those, and those are really nice. I kind of wish mine was a little newer, because some of the stuff, just being 20 years old, it's starting to, like, things are just starting to fall apart a little bit. Like, I was starting to get some little cracks on the dashboard, so I bought a carpet to put on the dashboard. I haven't installed that yet, but I need to do that. And some things that, like, I have to keep getting things checked, like rubber things keep going, and my tire pressure light keeps coming on, even though my tires all have good pressure, because I think it's the spare. And the spare is all the way underneath the car. So I'm actually I have an appointment next week, I think it's on Tuesday, to take Minnie in to get some things, get her checked up. There were a couple of things I noticed when I was out in Arizona, like the coolant was a little bit low. And it could have been the heat, that she was just somehow burning a little bit of coolant. But I want to make sure that she's running well, because that's my travel car. That's my basically she's my vacation on wheels. David says it's not bad at all. Shy Guy says, if you're not first, you're last. Okay, stop being so competitive, because, you know, that's stressful. That is very stressful. Yeah, we don't need to be competitive about how many subscribers. Like, you know, we're all going to get to it. You know, if you just keep it up, you're working hard, trying to improve your videos, putting out some good quality content, you will make it to 1,000 subscribers. Mine, some of you guys did it faster than I did. Mine took a little while, because I did take a 3-month hiatus. When my dog Flynn passed away, I did have to just take a break, and I wasn't sure. Yeah, you're talking about that game, Shy Guy, but you've also, you know, I know you've done that with your subscribers too. Like, we don't all have to win and have the most subscribers. Like, if we can all just get to our 4,000 watch hours and our 1,000 subscribers, then we're all monetized and we're all good. So yeah, we don't have to compete after that. Yeah, I think there's room for all of our channels out there for sure. But this game, yeah. Oh, you're waiting for the next question, Shy Guy, right? Todd says, my 2008 Ram is the newest vehicle I've ever owned. Wow. Well, it's not 20 years old yet, and that's kind of cool. I think it's really great to have, you know, to do used cars. You save so much money. My Honda, I actually bought that one new, and it was just because I had my other car before that was just about to die, and I needed to get rid of it quickly. And so the fastest way to do that was to get a new car. But I got the base model, and at the time, you know, I had a decent down payment and put that down. I paid off the Honda really quickly. So the Honda was paid off really quickly, and that car is 12 years old and still running well. Has about, I think, 109,000 miles. I was commuting quite a bit to work, like really far, for several years. So I kind of racked up a lot of miles on that car. And I was struggling to go on vacations with it, because my 2 dogs that I had at the time were fighting all the time in the back seat. And it just, I should just tint the windows, but the car gets really hot easily. So I got the minivan used. I happened to have the cash just to pay for it used. It was already old and used, and I didn't think I was going to keep it this long. But she's ended up being a really good car. So, you know. Yeah, but your Rams are great though. Those Ram trucks are just great. So hopefully that'll last you a lot longer, Todd. Yeah, and you have kids too. I'm sure if I had kids, I wouldn't have 2 cars, and I'd probably be driving something older than Minnie. You know, or Minnie would probably be the family car. It'd be the only car that I had. Yeah, minivans are great for I don't have kids, but they'd be great for kids, and they're great for having dogs. And when I drove back from Arizona, I had my niece and her boyfriend. I had Teddy, and there was just so much space in there. We had all 3 rows going, so everyone had space. Oh no, actually, I might have folded down the back. I think we only had 2 rows going, because we needed to put a lot of Teddy's stuff in the back. So even with just 2 rows, there was still a lot of room in there. Panda Bears, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. What brand is that fan? It's one of those Amazon brands. It doesn't say on here. It is likely in probably in one of my descriptions of one of my videos, because this is the one I have in my I have this in my minivan a lot. I brought it out here just in case it was hot, and also because it has a light, in case I needed that. But it kind of cooled down. I think it's in the 70s now. It's not as bad as it was before. I actually meant to turn it on. I was going to turn it on for Teddy and I forgot. But yeah, it's just an Amazon fan that wasn't very expensive. It's a great fan for using in the minivan because a lot of times at night I want some white noise and a little bit of air circulation. And the charge lasts all evening, which is great. My tent is bigger than your tent. Shy Guy, just do your best. Yeah, just do your best, Ari. That's right. You just do the best you can for your channel, and we're all growing at different rates. And I just don't compare because I only put out a full-length video every 2 weeks. I don't do every week like a lot of my friends do. I don't do a lot of shorts, so it's just what I can put. I put out what I can put out. You know, I do have a full-time job that's a difficult job, so I do love editing my videos, so I will spend time on it, but sometimes it just takes a lot of time. And I can't be at my computer for too many hours because I have a little doggy to play with, you know. Oh, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, I don't know quotes very well. Okay. Ronnie's back again. Okay, cool. Glad you're back. Yeah, great minivans. Todd says, I don't really care about having anything new, but would like to have a working air conditioning. That's important. Yeah, I've already had to take Minnie in for an air conditioning service because back when I had Flynn, he was a Shih Tzu and he would get overheated really quickly. And a couple of times we had campsites where it unexpectedly got into like maybe the low 80s, which wasn't too hot for me, but it was too hot for him. So we'd have to sit in the minivan for a while, or we'd just go for a drive. In the middle of the day, we'd run the air conditioning. Air conditioning yeah, that's really important. Yeah, Todd says, I only got the giant truck because we had to be able to haul our RV, and you can haul things like that. You can tow things with the Toyota Sienna, but I don't have like a towing package on it, and it's an older van, so I don't want to put her through the strain. I think a truck is the way to go if you're towing. Todd says, I'm looking to buy a minivan for camping. I highly recommend them. It's so nice to pull up to a campsite and not have to set up a tent. It's nice when you get inside the minivan at nighttime, and I have those window covers. Like, I just feel like it's my own little private cocoon, and it really muffles sound because I camp at campgrounds that can be really noisy. Like, I was camping at Leo Carrillo during spring break, and the party next to us was literally a party. Like, they were blasting music, people were screaming well into the night. But once I got in the minivan, it was muffled and it was a lot quieter. And if I have my fan going and I'm in the minivan, like the extra noises outside, they just don't bother me. So I highly recommend the minivan. It's really good. And if you set it up right, sometimes, depending on the configuration of your seats and stuff, sometimes people have removed some seats, but you can fit, you know, I can sleep there just fine at 5'3", and I know if I removed my middle row seats, someone who's 6 foot or over could sleep in there because that would give you 8 feet of length. So yeah, it's really good. Oh, it says Ronnie sent a gift. Oh, a party hat for 20 Jills. Thank you so much, Ronnie. I know I'm getting these little gifts, and I apologize if I missed anything. Sometimes they go by quickly. Thank you for those little gifts you're sending, and some of you sent a little bit of money, and I appreciate that. It's really appreciated. Obviously, Teddy is very much spoiled, and he gets all the things he wants no matter what. But it does help to go towards Teddy's little, you know, his treats, his snacks, and just, you know, gas for our minivan. Okay, ACR. Protect has to go because you have an early morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I don't know why. Oh, I moved my iPad because the fire was hot. That's why. I'm going to face the camera. Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining us. ACR, I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, it was really nice to have you here. Shy Guy says, how about a small bus, Todd? Todd says, Teddy just made campers start barking. I love that. Sometimes that's happened before. When I've watched some of your live streams or even just videos and Teddy hears dogs, he'll bark at them. If Teddy sees your dog, he gets really excited. Or any animals, if you're showing some wildlife, he gets really excited about that. He loves the dog videos. Like Ari's World, he loves seeing Ari. Like yeah, that makes his day to see little dogs there. Okay. Herbert says, doesn't it get hot if the windows are closed? It's supposed to get stuffy and you're supposed to get a lot of condensation, but I haven't really noticed it in my minivan. I do have these like mesh screen things that I can put over the front two windows and crack them open. I rarely use them though because I haven't really gotten really hot in the minivan, but I haven't, where I camp, I don't think I've ever camped anywhere that stayed hot at night. It always cooled down and the van would usually be cool. It'd be cool enough in the evening, so it wasn't a problem. I do run the fan, and if I need to, I can put the mesh coverings on and crack the windows a bit. It just won't, I don't know. I think there must be some airflow in my minivan, maybe a seal, something that's not sealed all the way, because I don't get the condensation that a lot of people complain about. And I feel like it's not really stuffy in there. So I don't know. It could just be my van. Get an old minivan, and if it's not sealed properly, you'll have plenty of airflow. Yeah, I haven't really had a problem with it getting hot in my van. I think also because it's white, it doesn't attract heat. And if I notice that it's a warm day, I'll put the window shades up early, and it's those reflectix shades that reflect the heat away. And so I haven't had an issue. Ronnie said, was it difficult coming up with the right camping layout in your minivan? Not really. There aren't a lot of options. It's not like I can really sleep in a different direction because there's only one way that gives me length. And hang on a second. My iPad's battery is low. Oh, my cord is being used for my microphone. Hang on a second. I don't want to lose the iPad. Yeah, I don't really have it's just, I kind of treat it as, it's my little bedroom. There's the bed, and then I have my stuff to one side. So it's not fancy, it's not really a setup, it's just kind of the way that my stuff is. I've had like a plastic drawer thing in there before, like when I first started, but I feel like that was kind of bulky, so I took that out. I still have it in storage though. If you see any old camping gear that I've had in the past, most of it's just sitting there in my storage unit, like the older chair and the round table I used to use. My old ice chest though, that one got thrown away after my Yosemite trip because it accidentally got maggots in it. That was gross. If you watch my Yosemite video, you'll see that at the very end of the video, I open it up and you can see, it's gross. So yeah, so some of my gear was retired, but yeah, I just, I try to make it like it's a little bedroom. Sometimes I'll have like on top of my jackery, I can prop up, my iPad has like an easel on it, so I can prop it up, and sometimes I'll watch television. Well, it's mostly, it's either Netflix or YouTube videos that I've downloaded. And so I've done that before. And that's been kind of fun, like just having a little bit of TV to watch, or like movie or one of your videos. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've got a, I should do that. I did it like some early videos. You can see me watching some YouTube videos, but I should highlight some of your videos in my video. Like, cause I'll download some of your videos and watch it, because I get bored, especially when there is no internet, like in the evening. I just like to have a little bit of TV on, sometimes just for the sound. It just kind of makes me feel more secure. Like more like I'm at home, and then Teddy's used to that, like he's used to falling asleep, hearing the TV. So we'll have a little bit of sound on for a bit before I go to sleep. Sometimes if it's too quiet, I get scared. I'm not even kidding. Like especially when I'm doing the mountain camping, if I'm kind of off by myself, like right before I go to bed, I'll look out and I'll see, like, it'll be so dark I see nothing, and then I'll get in the minivan and lock the doors and turn on my iPad and watch it because I get a little bit scared. Mark, hello. Oh, thanks for the congratulations, and thanks for joining us, Mark. You're a solo camper, but you travel in a beautiful fifth wheel with Maggie the cattle dog and Rosie the Bengal cat. Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for the positive energy. And yeah, that's cool. In a fifth wheeler. Yeah, that one, that would be nice. A fifth wheel would be, yeah, that would be amazing. A lot more space for sure. And especially when you have a dog and a cat, it's nice to have some room. That's just a person. Yeah, it's just a person. Sometimes when things get a little bit dark, Teddy gets upset at people too. Yeah, I know. He's actually a really good watchdog. Um, like he has really sharp hearing. Yeah, Dan, I do have Teddy to alert me. And Flynn used to do a good job of that too, but he was getting a little older and I think he couldn't always hear everything. But Teddy's a little more alertful. Like he will alert me at things that I don't really need to know. But like just a person walking by. But it's good to know, especially if we're camping and he sees someone walking towards our campsite, that he'll let me know. And when I was at San Clemente State Beach a couple weeks ago, I where I was camping, there was an empty campsite right next to me, and people kept walking through it to get to the bathroom, and they kept cutting the corner of my campsite, which was a little bit annoying when I was awake, but fine, whatever. They're cutting over to the bathroom. But in the middle of the night, there was I feel like there was a party walking right through my campsite, right next to my car, because I could hear them talking. And he woke me up. He woke me up and started barking. And they went away really quickly, but I wouldn't have heard them if he hadn't woken me up. And that's good to know, because if it was something scary, like if somebody was trying to get into the minivan, I would want to know right away. Oh, this is my guard dog. His name's Teddy. Okay. You want to know what's hilarious? I just trimmed his bangs yesterday. Like I literally just trimmed his, like I can't see his eyes right now. Flynn was like this too. I think it's a Shih Tzu thing where you trim their bangs and somehow hair from the back grows longer to compensate or something. But I literally trimmed his bangs yesterday so we could see his face. Can you see it now? Let's get a little bit of light over here. There we go. There we go. There's Teddy's face. There's your handsome face. Couldn't see your eyes. But yeah, he's a good alert dog. Yeah, I'm glad that I have Teddy here. L. Betancourt said, you gave me a great idea of downloading YouTube and Netflix videos. I never thought of that. Yeah, if you have, it depends what level of YouTube you have. Like I did have the full premium for a while, and now I have premium light. So I'm not sure if I can still download. But I know if you have premium, you can download YouTube videos. And Netflix, I think it's just any Netflix account, you can download a movie. Or I just started watching Bridgerton, which everybody told me I would like, because I used to love watching those old movies like the Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility. I loved all those. So everyone told me I would like it, so I finally just started watching it. And what I do is I'll just download 1 or 2 episodes and take it camping with me. So if I don't have phone service, then I have, I've got something to watch. Todd says camper barks at every noise, which is kind of scary if everything is quiet and he just randomly starts barking like crazy. Yeah, you kind of wonder what he's hearing. Like he's barking at something probably. He hears something from far away. Yeah, that's another reason why, like, I'm sure, Todd, you can't take camper stealth camping. And that's why I can't go I can't go stealth camping, because Teddy's my little alert dog. I can't really hide. He does look like a Wookiee, and it's not wise to upset a Wookiee. Yeah, he is a Wookiee. He definitely looks like a little Star Wars character. Yeah, I could have called him Chewie. He's a good boy. Mark says, just a suggestion, they have solar motion detector lights, not expensive at all. You can put them around your campsite security. Somebody walking by, the light goes on. That is a great idea. Doing some like motion detection lights, that would be great. Because, yeah, that would give, I wouldn't see it from inside the minivan, but the people walking by would see it and maybe think twice about coming closer. I know some people have a little camera outside, and I know some of my friends have been, like, they've been doing reviews on, there's some some sort of motion detector thing, little alarm for their campsite. I don't think I'd want to do an actual alarm because sometimes I'm camping at places where the campsites are really close together. So I don't think I'd want to be woken up every time somebody was nearby. But like motion detector lights underneath the car or something, that'd be a great idea. Shy Guy got an alarm and it's loud. Yeah, I mean, it would be great to have a loud alarm if you needed it. I kind of feel like what that alarm does, because I looked into it, I watched a video about it. What that alarm does is basically the same thing that Teddy does for me right now. You know, like he hears something and he will bark. He will wake me up. And he doesn't just bark at nothing, which is good. Like it means he hears someone somewhere, even if it's at the next campsite over. I don't mind that. He knows he hears something. So I kind of feel like Teddy serves the purpose. Oh, Ari's World, good night. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad that you were able to join. And you have a good night too. And thanks for all your support. Yeah, that's one of the channels that I made a lot of friends through his friends. He's a great, yeah, that's a great channel. And the cutest dog videos. Yeah, but if you hate puppies, don't watch his videos. Okay. Yeah. My goodness, I still have 20 people here. You guys still want to hang out? You guys are good hanging out? This has been a while. This is my longest live stream ever. Wow. I started at 6 o'clock. It's 8:41 here in California. For some of you guys, it's late. If you're on the East Coast, it's almost midnight, huh? Are we running too late? You guys are still here. Yeah, some of you guys, it's really late. Oh, I didn't finish the trivia game. Hang on. Ronnie and Shy Guy. Ronnie's gotten one of them right, and Shy Guy's gotten two of them right, correct? Okay, here's the next one. What year is Minnie? What year is Minnie? A, 2026. B, 2001. C, 2006. So what year is Minnie? A is 2026. B is 2001. And C is 2006. Ronnie says B for 2001. Camping with Champion Todd, you got it. It's 2006. He was paying attention because we were talking about how old our cars are. And plus you got the 2008, so you probably kind of remember that it was close to your Dodge Ram. Yeah, 2006, you are correct. Good job. Sorry, Shy Guy, Todd got in before you. However, you still have two of them right. And then I didn't finish the last question. What was I trying to ask? Okay, I'll change it up a little bit. I guess I'll have to improvise here. What national park do I visit the most in my videos? Is it A, Yosemite, B, Joshua Tree, or C, Yellowstone? What national park do I visit the most in my videos? A, Yosemite, B, Joshua Tree, or C, Yellowstone? Oh, wait. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, Ronnie, that C is for this one, correct? I think Ronnie got it right first. I should use different letters. Shy Guy got B for Joshua Tree. Shy Guy, you're actually correct. Joshua Tree is I've been there several times actually, and been to several of their campgrounds. So Shy Guy, I guess you won the trivia contest. I've already sent you stickers though. You want more stickers? I guess I need to come up with new stickers. Maybe I'll make like three new designs and send them to you. But congratulations, Shy Guy. Okay, yeah, so that was fun. Oh, okay, Todd. It was really nice. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it a lot. I look forward to your next video, and I look forward to seeing all of your new adventures. And I'm probably going to watch the toilet one again one more time just to kind of catch all the little things, because that was pretty hilarious. Shy Guy says, keep playing. No, because I don't have any more questions. And at some point, I do have to, I've got a little guy here that goes to the bathroom every few hours. So I would say like by 9 o'clock my time, I will probably have to call it. So I don't think I'm gonna come up with more. You just won, Shy Guy, sorry. Sorry, don't play if you don't wanna win. Okay, sweet treats. Congratulations on your subs. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining tonight. Yeah, we're just chatting here, hanging out. talking a little bit about Teddy and the channel and stuff. Teddy's getting a little bit tired. Yeah, Shy Guy, why did you play? Why were you so competitive if you didn't want to win? Yeah, take the win. Take the win or don't win. Okay, yeah, so next, let's see. Yeah, like I said, next week on Wednesday, I'm going to have a video come out, and that is the Idlewild one. Idlewild is out, I guess it's on a mountain, and that was Stone Creek Campground. And I stayed there for 2 nights, and we had it was actually a really neat campground. The first night we got there, we were attacked pretty badly by ants, but I moved our stuff to the other side, and it seemed okay after that. I guess I must have set up our stuff. I set our stuff on top of an anthill or something. Shy Guy wanted to get more questions right. Okay, well, next time I'll do more. I don't know, I meant to do a lot more questions, and I guess I stopped and then I printed it, or I maybe printed it too early. Yeah, what else? I don't need to really talk about much else. I do have memberships for people that want to see anything extra. I do post a little bit of extra stuff. Occasionally a members only post with an update. But it's mostly just stuff. It's like extra stuff that it's from trips that I'm already going on. I'm never gonna post a whole trip exclusively for members because I want everybody to be able to see my main videos. It's just like extra little scenes and little behind the scenes stuff that you might not see in my full video. Usually unedited. I'll just have like, okay, here's a video, and I don't have to edit it, so it's kind of easier to publish member stuff because it doesn't have to be quite as polished as my real video. So Elle says, I really enjoy your live shows. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I always have so much fun at these, so I'm really glad that you guys like it. I was really nervous the first time I did one, but everyone's been so, supportive and nice. It's really nice being able to hang out with you guys. Yeah, I'm glad you joined. Thanks for giving your time and hanging out, especially during this heat wave. I'm anxiously awaiting autumn. I have to tell you, I came really close to moving this indoors when I was looking at, it was yesterday when I was thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm doing my live stream. What's the weather like right now? And I was like, do I want to be outside? Because in California, it's starting at 6 p.m. It was still pretty warm. But I saw that the temperature was going to drop pretty quickly, and right now it's getting cooler. It's nice. It's really nice out right now. So we're lucky here that our temperature drops into the 60s at night, so it does get comfortable later. But the daytime was kind of gross, really hot and muggy. Elle Betancourt says, I'm anxiously awaiting autumn. Well, that's good. A lot of people love fall. Summer is my favorite season, so it just is. And I think the main reason is the long days, really long days. It is also when I tend to have more vacation time, which is helpful. But it's not, even if it wasn't that, because I don't even mind like when I'm working and it is summer. Like it's the season. It's the long days. And living in Southern California, I have enough places to go to where it isn't too hot. I would have a hard time living somewhere if I couldn't escape the heat in the summer. So I understand why not everybody loves summer. But, well, hi, baby. I know this has been a long one, huh? You've been so good. Yeah, I did this one out here because I know when I did the Big Bear one and I was trying to hold him the whole time, it was hard for him to sit still for so long. Hello, Araceli's here. Hello, Teddy says hi right back to you. Yeah, we're just chatting here, talking about 1,000 subs and all that. David said, have you thought about camping in the Sierras? Yes, I've thought about it for sure. Definitely thought about it. I'm trying to figure out the logistics of it. Driving there and everything. I've also been wanting to go out to Sequoia National Park, like the Sequoia and Kings Canyon area. So I am definitely looking at those two. I have to admit it's easier and quicker for me to do a trip like, more coastal, but I love going out to I love trees. I'm a big fan of trees. I love Big Bear and Yosemite and Mammoth. So I do want to go to the Sierras. I want to go out there. Your pulsing lights are mesmerizing. Yeah, I like this light set. It's been a good one. Let's see if sometimes I can change it too. I can make it like solid colors. Oh, that's scary. This is the color that makes my skin look bad. I did that once in my minivan and I was like, ooh, this one's a nice nighttime one. It's like blue. This is like just a kind of regular light colors. Yeah, we got some different colors here, and then there's different, it can go really fast or slow. Yeah, I can actually use these as Christmas lights. Oh, this is kind of annoying. Okay, I think that's the one that we liked. Yeah, I like this little light set. It's fun. It's fun to have, and I've had it. It's one of the things I almost always have in my minivan. If I don't have the lights set up, occasionally I have forgotten them because I do bring them home. Or I've had a couple nights where I just want to go to bed and I just wasn't in the mood to decorate at night. So it just kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm too tired to decorate, but I like the lights. Mammoth, June Lake, Convict Lake. Yeah, I've been to Mammoth, but never camping. I do want to do that. Shy Guy says, I posted a prelude to my last video for members, the trip to Watkins Glen. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've done a variety of things. Sometimes it's a little, oh, I recorded this little extra thing for my members on a trip. And sometimes it's just something that I had that was extra that I didn't end up using in my main video, but I thought it might still be interesting. So yeah, if you ever get to be a member of a channel, it's kind of fun to see the extra stuff. I tend to win free memberships a lot when I'm in people's live streams, so that's always kind of cool too. And if I'm able to give free memberships, I do tend to use them, but I don't have any left for this month. But because I do like having people in there to chat with, and I've got some members that are paid, and some of them that are just testing it out on the trial, and it's kind of neat to have people to chat with in the little members group. Ronnie says, we have lots of trees in Tennessee, just saying. Ronnie, you're the one who asked me one time when I was camping, where are all your trees? And I was like, I have a tree right here. Like, I didn't quite understand what you meant, but yeah, when I camp up in the mountains, I know what you mean. It's just like trees everywhere. And the campsites I go to locally don't tend to have a lot of trees. So that, there's pros and cons. Sometimes when you're at the places with trees, they do have more fire restrictions out here because of, the fire season. Sometimes you have pine cones dropping on your minivan at night. There's things like that, or on your head, you have to be careful. When I camped at Lake Kachuma, I parked Minnie under a tree to be in the shade, and then Flynn and I were inside the minivan. I think I don't remember if we had the engine running, but we were just in there resting. And I heard this loud crack, and I thought for sure something hit my minivan. But when I went outside, there was like a huge, like a limb of a tree, not just a little branch, but a limb of a tree on the ground, and it had fallen and hit the ground right in front of the minivan, and that was why I felt the ground shake. And I had to have a park ranger come out and move it, and that was kind of scary, actually. So right after that, I moved the minivan out to the full sun to not be underneath a tree anymore. And I just made sure that we didn't hang out underneath the tree. But yeah, that can be kind of scary. But trees give you a lot of shade, and they're so pretty. Mark says it's a nice evening in Acton at Thousand Trails in my RV. That is nice. I love it when you have just like a nice evening and you're out camping. I'm not camping right now, but I'm sitting outside, which kind of feels nice. I haven't sat out on my porch for a long time. Yeah, Ronnie is also a full-time RVer. I know there's a few friends. I think Mike has gone to sleep, but Mike's adventures. He's a full-time. I think he's in his truck camper. But there's some people that are out there full-time, which I'm really impressed with that, because I know that's got to be. It's got to have its own challenges. It's got to have great freedom and everything, but also some challenges too, Having a home base is kind of nice for me because my minivan it's really too small to hold anything. So I don't think I'd be able to live in there. But that I have vacation in there, so I like having that option. Araceli says, congratulations on 1K. Thank you, Araceli. Cindy said, did you buy them on Amazon? Can you add a link for the lights? Yes, if you don't mind, if anyone's looking for links for anything, if you can comment underneath one of my videos or something, or posts, I can remember. I might not remember it right now because I have nowhere to put it. Usually there's a link to these underneath in my description of my videos, because these usually show up in every video. If you look at my description, like under my last video, and it'll say like Amazon links, and it should be on there. If not, or if you don't see it, Cindy, let me know and I can just I can give it to you directly. So yeah, I did get them on Amazon. These are really good. I have one that's white on top too, like my older set, and they've lasted a long time, and they have this nice little sturdy case. A friend of mine bought the same ones. Oh, it was my aunt. My aunt bought the same ones, and she said that the first one she bought had a defect where some of the light bulbs weren't on, but she was able to exchange it. So I can't guarantee that they always work the best, but I had a different set that I bought that were cheaper, and it was a thinner set. Teddy bear, what's going on? There's nobody here. I don't see anybody. Are they down the street? Somebody probably was walking away down the street. Okay. Okay, Teddy. All right. So yeah. So anyways, the other ones, they didn't have a good button like that. It was just a little button on the side. And when I was just turning it on or off, the whole power button got pushed into the whole thing, and I couldn't get it back out. So I just ended up throwing away the lights. They were kind of terrible. So the ones that look like this, the ones that I have worked out well for me so far. They've been pretty sturdy. My friend Kit, who was in my last video, she bought a set as well, and she said that she likes them. But yeah, so my last video that I posted last week, that was it was my second visit to Leo Carrillo State Park, because the first time I went, it happened to be spring break and it was crazy busy, like crazy. So I went back again in the summer, and it was I was able to get one weeknight, and it wasn't that bad at all. It was really quiet. So it's kind of funny visiting. I like visiting the same campsite during different seasons, because you really get a different experience. And like, holiday weekend versus weeknight, it makes a big difference too. It's hard for me to do a lot of weeknights, because of work, but when I can, I try to do, I try to get a weeknight in, because it's so much emptier. Nikki Silverstacker, hello, good to see you. Hey, yeah, I've watched Nikki's videos. Nikki actually, like, literally stacks silver coins. So he's got some really good videos you can watch as well. He's watching from work. Cool. Well, nice to see you. Glad that you're able to stop in. I do have to admit, I'm gonna probably, yeah, thank you for stopping in. I'm probably going to have to end it soon here, though, because it's been 3 hours, and Teddy's been up here waiting for a long time. He's got to go to the bathroom, and I've got like a lot of devices here with batteries running low. I have no idea what my phone has right now, because it's filming, but it wasn't quite at 100% when I started. I think I'd gotten it up to like 90%. If my iPad was dying, I'm guessing that my phone will die soon too. But yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock, guys. So many of you are still here. I really, really appreciate you guys being here and celebrating 1,000 subscribers with me. I hesitate to, yeah, I'm probably not going to, my next campsite actually does have, it has cell service, but I want to just enjoy it. I only have the one night there, and I don't want to, I end up taking up a lot of time, getting ready for the live stream, and it takes some time away from camping when I do live streams on location. So I probably won't live stream from there, but next week you will have a video. Next week you will have a video come out. Oh, next week, yeah, you'll see the video, Stone Creek. That should be pretty good, I hope. I have a lot of footage from that one, so I'm hoping that one comes out good. I was able to stay there for 2 nights. And it was up in the mountains, so those of you that like my mountain forest camping, you should like that one. And then 2 weeks after that, San Clemente State Beach will come out. And that one is the one that I did my previous live stream from, the one where I lost internet connection and I had to just stop it. And that one was that was a really, I had a fun group there too, and I was kind of bummed out that that one got cut off. But I was kind of struggling though, because I was trying to make a fire and also cook dinner at the same time, and I kind of realized I can't really multitask while I'm live streaming. Like I could be at a campsite, but I shouldn't be like trying to start a fire. Like, you know, I think if I do a campsite again, I'll have the fire already going, and then maybe just at most I'll just like do marshmallows or hot dogs, just something simple. Like not even try to do a bun and condiments. I think I'll just do like just hot dogs or marshmallows. So yeah, so we have some things coming up. Please feel free to you know, comment. I do respond to every comment, unless you comment something that I don't really understand or it's kind of weird. You know, so there have been a couple where I've been like, I don't really know like what that means, or it's kind of uncomfortable. I've been really lucky not to really get a lot of mean comments, but occasionally people will post something that's like, oh, that was kind of rude, you know, I'll just delete it. But definitely comment on my videos and I'll respond back to you. Okay, thank you, Ronnie. Oh, good night, Cindy. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Mark, for joining. Nikki, Shy Guy, Ronnie. Anyone else who's still here, if you're not able to type, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to close before the Macarena. Did I get to... Oh, I do have 52 likes. Did you say 52? Okay, I don't know if I remember the Macarena. Okay, I have to do the Macarena. Hang on. I don't know if I remember. Oh, shoot. I gotta raise this up a little bit here. Where's my house number? Okay, making sure I'm not getting... Oh, I will. Yeah, if I forget, please go to my last video and remind me to post the link, just because as soon as this is over, I'm running downstairs with Teddy. So if I forget, just comment if you can't find it on my description. I don't always put every item on the description either. So yeah, I definitely will try to. Yes, good night, Cindy. You're in Los Angeles. Oh, thank you, Squirrel Kelly. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, I know. I don't know why sometimes there's just mean people on YouTube, you know. Yes, I will try to do the Macarena. Hang on, because Shy Guy wants to see it. Yes, fixing too. Yeah, I'm fixing this. I am. Okay, so the Macarena. Let me try. Teddy. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. That's like it goes like that. I don't know. I'm missing something. Is this how it goes? I don't know. And then I jump to the side. I can't sing it because copyrights. Oh, head first, and then the waist, and then the hips, and then you do that. And then jump, right? Am I doing this right? Okay. I'm doing this. I don't remember if I'm doing this right. You can't see me anyways. You can't see the back of me anyways. I mean... Okay, I think I did enough. Thank you. Okay, see, Shy Guy, we're losing people because I'm doing the Macarena. Okay, so there's your Macarena. Hope you enjoy it. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna look this way. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll do this again sometime soon. I'm trying not next week because I don't want it to interfere with the release of my next video. So I'm gonna try to do it sometimes on weeks when I'm not releasing a video. But thank you so much. Obviously, Teddy, there is a person with a flashlight outside and a little dog. And Teddy's getting really upset. So I'm gonna have to let you guys go, but I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much, okay? Good night.